We are actually back in Nekataka. 90% of our quest log had all been looping to bring us back here. I'm still putting off going to, not Cottonwood Cove, what the fuck's it called? Crookspur Island, where a bunch of illegal slavery stuff is going on. We did half of it, but I really wanted to come back and do the remainder of it here. So there's a boatload of things in the journal, and we're going to go through it in order, per region rather. So the first region we're in is the docks, the main docks you come in. It's called Queen's Berth. So here, that's where we've landed. We've popped by to the shipwright. I can actually afford the best ship in the game, but it's going to take basically all my money. So I want to save until I'm not ruining myself for future. I want to save until I've got enough money to get by on after buying a way better ship. We've got hunting and sundries, Osa's famous fish. This place is huge. There's loads going on here. We've covered most of it, so we've got to go and hunt and find a few folks. Krayven used to have love hair, then he took an arrow to the knee. It's so true. Mayoral snack, if you will. What a thick snack. Trying to grow mine out. It's the winter and I must hibernate. I'm trying to grow mine out now because it's the winter and I must hibernate with what I've got left. If not, we'll all join in and get you a luscious wig. I could go for a luscious wig made from maybe my former hair. It could be stitched together. I'll be in lurk mode. My new couch is coming right now, so I have to hear my phone ring. Hey, no worries, Crystalina. Thank you for the lurk. That's awesome. That is awesome. That was very kind of you indeed. Right, journals. What should we do? So, Poko Kahara, terms of trade. Oh, oh, Piney. Right, well, before we go any further, I've got to come straight back out. Because this one merits a dance. Let's get some legits in chat for the awesome Piney Druid. Get some legits for that. Oh, holy G's balls.
Congrats
indeed.
on the amazing fundraising month.
Thank you. Full breakdown and summary of that is in the VOD for, as always, the longer Sunday warm-up Piney Druid. Thank you so much for the immense donation, because you are one of the Royal Court of Special Effect, one of the kings. Thank you so much for your boundless generosity and for that immense bit drop. I would walk 500 miles and 500 more to come and knock at your door, and we would go for beers and hang out. I hope one day that becomes a reality. In the meanwhile, thank you from the bottom of my heart, as always. Never expected, never obligated, always gratefully received. How are you doing? My nice spots are hard to grab on mobile. Indeed. Ari, yes, thank you so much for continuing to take full advantage of your lordship there. And Alchemist says, I'll be lurking as well. I'm supposed to be helping my brother half save money in Final Fantasy for a better virtual house. He's probably mad that I'm not helping. The more I type legit, the further it goes up my screen. I have to chase that legit always. Maybe I'll leave the sounds on. I like that as I was doing as well. Oh, thank you, man. Well, I do have that, apparently, that slight ASMR-y, soporific quality. And good evening, Piney. What is new? Crazy wall of legits. Mate, you deserve it. You're an absolute legend. I feel a bit bad. You missed the monthly giveaway by like 5-10 minutes. And you're just one of our finest citizens as well. I'm so sorry. I feel like such a pain ass now. So I've got to go to Imperial Command in the Brass Citadel. Well, I'm going to lie to him, because the Imperial Command, that's the... they're the Royal Deadfire Company. I'm not even going to get the stuff from her, because I don't want to lose her as a companion. But if I'm completely horrible to the Royal Deadfire Company the whole time, she'll leave the party. Report my progress to either Atsura or Governor Alvari. I'll probably go to Governor Alvari. Valiant Trading Company, yes, there's both of those. From the wreckage, we've got to go to Serpent's Crown, so we'll do that later. Goods and services, I've got to go to the Undercroft. Food for thoughts. Yes, now this will be on the back end of getting the trust of the prince, and then hopefully Prince Arihi will listen to us, because currently he won't listen to us till we gained his trust. Bounty Katren. She's on the stairs. Skipping ahead. Okay, Valiant Trading Company again. I swear there's at least a bounty to hand in here as well. A phone dying, see you lot in half an hour. Hey, no worries, Ari. Oh, you found the umlaut button. Oh, fantastic, his marker. Lurk sort of, maybe not sure, just roaming but still listening. Our Sapphire, bless you, thank you. She logged out. Always missed the giveaway. I'm sorry. I am open to suggestions. If you folks want to have the giveaway done a little bit later, like more of an overlap between Europe and the US, because I do it at 8 p.m. European time, which is perfectly fine for us. UK time, perfectly fine for us, but I appreciate for the US that's either middle of the afternoon or midday. If you want to see it bumped up a little bit further, let's say 9 p.m, just to give folks in the States more of a chance without sort of making too much of a difference to the UK or Europe, I'm open to that. Feel free to drop that suggestion, or I could do a poll perhaps and pick the most popular time. We were getting a leather counterpart and we were waiting for one forever so I can sleep in the living room when I'm mad at my husband. Oh, hey, Crystalina, I want to say, is that a name change? Is that a name change, or am I completely wrong? Leather counts as nice except when it's hot. True. That's like 2 p.m. It depends which time zone you're in, Josh, because obviously the US has got Eastern, Mountain, Central, and Pacific. Awkward. I was about to say, as soon as you said my husband this, I was like, that's got to be awkward. Return to Prince Harry. He bounty Kuaro. No, I still haven't found him yet. He's east of Nekataka. Who do we have to get that for? Udita. Who's Udita? He waits in fire. That's the main story one. Bakana's follow. He's still too high level. Biakara. Oh, that's the Veiling Trading Company. Okay, that's there. Akoro, that's Sacred Stay. Yeah, there's 2 bounty givers in Bounty Hunter, like bounties. You know what I mean? People who give bounties in Nekataka. One in Queen's Birth and one in the Sacred Spire. A Shrewd Proposition. Yeah, still need to deal with that. That's Serpent's Crown as well. Merrill the Mad. And another one. The Wild Mare in Queen's Birth. Still haven't done that one yet. The Lighted Path. Investigate. Where do we have to go? Oh yeah, Temple of Gorn for that one. Painted Masks. Still need to do that. An Honoured Guest. We should take care of this Honoured Guest one. It's been there for ages. Right, well, we've definitely got to get ourselves to the... Where is it? Valiant Trading Company. Where's their embassy? There it is, and also the Wild Mare. That's the Valera Estate. I think the Wild Mare's down here. Right, well, as it's on the way, we'll get our posse to here, over to the Valiant Trading Company. Oh, you changed it back for Indeed. Oh, you know Indeedy as well, Orchid. She's used to calling you Krista. Ah, okay, cool. I know it works when Grace does it to me. The US is unacceptably girth. Be smaller, make time zones easier. Yeah, friends, cool. Hello, Citizen Hyperspider. It's 2030. Did you do the giveaway? Yes, it's 8 p.m. In fact, I did it a bit late. I did it about 1:15 because I was finishing off a big long wrap up of not only our month long special effect campaign, but also the wedding, my best friend's wedding I've just been away to, and I was best man. So I even gave it a bit more time for people to arrive. Hyper Spider, I'm so sorry, but thank you. And if you want to thank you as someone who came over with the Kit Club and has since become a regular, it's really lovely to have you here. If you want to get a full summary of all that and all the proper thanks and the awesome stuff that the £2,500 raised for special effect helped pay for, do check out the VOD, the opening hour to this stream. You said posse, not anything else. A glorious tale of told, a tale of love and jokes. Yeah, still on a cool down on the hunt there. But how are you doing, Hyper Spider? How are you doing? Yeah, it's 8 p.m. at the moment, GMT, or around them. But yeah, usually by 8:30 it'll be too late.
Fuck, my little privateer. You have news for me?
Anya folds her arms and tips her head. We're actually doing some story. We're actually doing some dialogue over an hour into the stream. I dealt with Biakara.
Perfetto. A fitting test of your skills and a promising beginning for us both.
Yeah, she's a sort of not especially well-known bounty giver. She winks and passes you a small pouch of coins. That's actually not too bad of a pouch. A decent amount of XP.
It goes without saying that I have more work for you if you have the space for more coin.
A cack. It's an axe. Sounded like something very different. Yeah, so the hunt's still on cooldown for another 6 minutes. What bounties
The
do you have?
company is always eager to hunt pirates. My contacts have one by the name of Veen in their spyglass.
Anya hesitates before speaking up again.
Veen is a Vithrak, if such things matter to you. Gets in your head, they say.
They do. They have sort of telekinetic and psychic and telepathic abilities, but I'll take the bounty.
Gelarde. You can catch up to Veen as he sails the dhow reckless far east of Nekataka, past the Kuaurikuhu Islands. No doubt thinking himself beyond our reach.
Already been there, so that shouldn't be a problem. Anya grins to herself and nods. Excellent. Nice and easy. Job's done. So, the gods have marked you out, Miko. That's referring to the fact that I am a godlike. Company guards. Huh? Why can't I go in here?
Headquarters are still closed, sir.
Still closed? Since when were they closed? No, bro, mate, I'm doing great. I've been thinking I might start doing Twitch again. Cool, man. Cool. That's, but I'd say if you feel ready to go ahead and do it, you're ready to go ahead and do it. You've done it before, you said, well, you start doing it again, so going back to it. Well, good luck with that, man. Fun fact, GMT for glorious moon times. Yeah, sure. It hails from the 1800s when the sun would disappear and the people of the lands were at the whim of a white sky giant. They dubbed it Glorious Jeff, the floaty boy. This pleased what we now simply call the moon, and it would be wise not to anger it. True facts. Hashtag true facts. I could lie. What if it's an emergency? I left some important papers behind. Perhaps we can arrive at a mutually beneficial understanding. All right, well, I'll say farewell. I just realised I want to switch the party over. Palagina's still in. So the Storms of Poko Kahara. If I hand this in, Governor Alvari would be more interested. As far as I can tell, the Valiant Trading Company are marginally less terrible than the Royal Deadfire Company. Company representatives will want to know what happened. And I've got Palagina in the party. I want to sort of keep her relatively content. Why can't I not go in here? Is it the time? Hour 24. Oh, right, okay, it's the middle of the fucking night. Alright, well... Resting is not allowed in this area, that's fine. Pre-dawn, let's just gonna give it a quick time. Plus, let it fast. Jump forward a little. There we are. Hello, Resident Goldbullen. Happy Sunday to you, my friend. How are you? How's tricks? Always lovely to have you in the chat. I hope you've been having a splendiferous weekend. Right, I don't know how long. Shouldn't take too long to load this indoor area. Now then. I'm interested to see how this one goes. Really am. What? We can't snooze on their steps? This is an outrage. Yeah, I had to just stand there to attention for 8 hours. Thought you were finished with this game. Oh, Google, and not even close. Unless you're meaning Pillars 1. Because this is Pillars 2. But yeah, Pillars 1 finished quite a while ago. That was like last year. But this one... God, I think I've been doing this one for most of this year on Sunday. It's an enormous beast. But I get to play it once a week. And even then, plenty of Sundays due to IRL things on the weekend do get interrupted and interspersed. Middle of the night Krayven's constantly hitting the doors to enter. Let me in! You guys are dicks in there. Just hudding it. Please open. Right, surely. Is the governor available? Governor's bodyguard. Come on, sunshine. Out of the way. The guard nods polite greeting.
Welcome back. Governor Alvari will see you.
How very full. I like his portrait. Wow, look at that armor. Look at those cheekbones. God, you could cut your fruit on them. All right. Let's see what we got here. This is Lueva Alvari. I can't remember if this is a chap or a lady. I think it's a lady.
Ah, good,
Yep.
You're back. I hope you had a pleasant voyage.
God bless Eric Andre, a chiseled boy. Hope you had a pleasant voyage. Alvari looks up from her papers, giving you her full attention. I'm not going to give anything away just yet. I'll let her ask, because I was like, I found Adravane, but a very strange voyage. A pleasant voyage, a very strange voyage, sure. Little bit of sarcasm, go on.
Ah. Before you get too far on the way, I think you ought to come with me. Director Castor will want to hear from you in person.
Director? Well, there's someone above you, but you're the governor here of the VTC's interests. Nice choice, Sapphire. Wow. Well, that was it. We didn't give anything away right away. That's good. Right, well, where's this director? Where is this the boss of the bosses of the Valiant Trading Company in person? Because we got old Paladin Palagina in the party. Hopefully this, well, depending on the dialogue options we get, hopefully this will transpire in a way that makes everyone happy and does her rep some good as well. So this is probably going to be loading up a special scenario, special cutscene. Some description. Stay hydrated, ladies and gents. Oh, this room's different. The man who rises to greet... Excuse me. The man who rises to greet you has a tidy, scholarly bearing, only emphasised by the thin-framed lenses he pushes farther up his nose. He clasps his hands together, offering you a smile equal parts polite and relieved. OMG. I was randomly looking at stupid boxing nicknames and yo, Citizen Cute walks out through the portal and eating a packet of crisps. Hi guys, how you doing, Cute? He clasps your hands together, offering you a smile equal parts polite and relieved.
Alvari tells me you were kind enough to look into this business on Pococahara for us. I hope you bring good news.
Option 1. The Adrapilla was corrupted, but I managed to restore it.
What a lovely day!
Oh, is the hunt available? It's ready. It's ready. Exclamation mark hunt. Can we do another Cliff Haunted Brood, folks? We have a couple more citizens and residents arrived. Gulbullen here is Cute is here. Let's see if we can summon them and beat them, because our record against a Cliff Haunted Brood is very poor indeed. Let's see. I hope you bring good news. Now, what should we say? So, option 2, a lot of corpses for one viable Adrapilla. I hope it's worth it. Now, my first preference, so those of you who don't know, I'm very much lore-driven. I do what I think is right for my character. The faction I'm most in favour of is the Huana, the indigenous people, but I'm pragmatic to a point. So the Valians are the less awful of the two colonial powers, which is the Valiant Trading Company and the Royal Deadfire Company. But I tend to, if you're just here and you're like wanting to just like see me blast through the campaign, I explain my thought process, I explain my my choices, and I sort of do it out loud. So just so you know, if you're wondering why I'm deliberating and so on, I'll be asking rhetorical questions perhaps as well. My boxing shtick would be floats like a butterfly, stings like when I pee. That is from Family Guy. That's a great line from Family Guy. A lot of corpses for one viable Adrapilla. Oh, well, in both cases... So I've got an option, the Adrapilla was corrupted but I managed to restore it, it should be safe to harvest, or 2, a lot of corpses for one viable Adrapilla, I hope it's worth it. In both instances, we're saying it's viable. There's no way around that. In both instances, we're saying it's viable. All this will do is make us seem a bit cocky, a bit obnoxious, a bit arrogant, probably won't do us any good with Palagina, and it won't really... It's not giving us the option to say that stuff's been done without giving away that it's viable, so I'll just say it should be safe to harvest. It's the pragmatic, diplomatic choice when I'm not able to tell him anything other than what they're able to exploit. Cool, Sapphire. Oh, sorry, which bit did I miss? Stonecrusher Phoenix, we must have kicked its ass, yeah. Definitely kicked its ass. Have my own stash of crisps in my safe, and I'm going to finish these off before I do my lovely hug tackle. Fair play, Cute. I'm just curious because I'm thinking of going amateur, thinking like the Orient or the Empress or something. Oh, that's pretty badass, Sapphire. Yeah, of course. It's something to do with my roots, but that nickname is just... Yeah, the Adrapilla was corrupted, but I managed to restore it. It should be safe to harvest.
Diverse? Incredible. What fortune we have had to find a watcher. And Adra, vein of that size, will do much to allay our investors' concerns.
Diverse, meaning really or seriously? So he's quite impressed. Okay.
And the crew? Beza and the others?
Only one option. They died in the ruins at Pokokahara. The defenses were too much for them.
A sorry end for such dedicated individuals. How very fortunate that you lived to tell their tale.
Nearly 7,000 experience. That's a nice stack.
I believe I can take things from here, Alvari. Agrasima. The Watcher and I have more business to discuss.
Ah, right. So another quest that just updated was Terms of Trade. I think that's the one we had the choice to go to either... So the Storms of Pokokahara was just... One of those was just go to the Valiant Trading Company, tell them what happened, and the other one was choosing between Royal Deadfire or the Valiant Trading Company. So basically the subordinate, the ambassador, or the governor's been dismissed and it's now in the director's things. Doing alright, Q. I'm extraordinarily tired, but townspeople today, all the awesome citizens, residents, friends, comrades and lovers have come in with tons of beans ready for Story Sunday, and it's actually given me a whole bunch of extra energy, which is excellent. So I'm doing all right. I've had a very long weekend, and I'll be ready to completely collapse after this. Okay.
Oh, and do pay the man for his trouble first.
Yeah. Thank you, Director Castell. A bit of cashish wouldn't go amiss. Alvari wordlessly hands you a coin. Alvari wordlessly hands you a coin purse. Ew. She bows stiffly, then turns to depart. 1,700 copper. He looks like Gus Fring from Breaking Bad. I do not trust. He does a little bit. Wow, Josh, that's a great shout. That is a great shout. End dialogue. He did. His portrait really has got a Gus Fring vibe. Awesome spot.
I thought it best I speak with you face to face.
Look at that.
Matches are not so numerous here in the Deadfire.
I don't doubt it.
Especially those of such storied backgrounds as yourself.
Apart from the goatee, he's obviously a bit older and a bit thinner in the face, with a more receding hairline. But the skin color, the complexion, the sort of stern expression, especially the round glasses. Oh my word! This guy is Pillars of Eternity Gus Fring. He's fantasy Gus Fring. I love that. Although, yeah, that is colouring my opinion of him. But that's my personal knowledge. That's not my character's knowledge coming in. So I've got to make sure I keep that distinction.
I've read much about your exploits alongside the Crucible Knights in Defiance Bay. They're little experiments.
Rest. Now, this little icon here, as I'll hover over it, literally, this is a result of the choices you made in Pillars of Eternity. So you can load a Pillars of Eternity 1 save if you took a save right at the very end of the game before the final choice you make. And you can load that in and it'll give you dialogue like this at certain points, which is very cool, I think.
And I think that we are, each of us, in a position to offer each other something that we cannot find elsewhere.
Interesting reference to the Crucible Knights, because they were one of 3 factions in Defiance Bay in the first game. You had the House Duminal, which is essentially a highborn house criminal syndicate. The Crucible Knights, which are sort of a knightly order who more or less kept order within the city, but from sort of lordly stock. And they made good use of animancy and had animated suits of armour in amongst their armies. And then there was the Dozens, who were the sort of the common people turned into a group, but they were a bit too fiery and rabble-rousy to be practical. So I ended up siding with the Crucible Knights. Fine, thanks. Finish my Chris now. Hug tackles everyone. Hug tackle from Cutes. Hug tackle from Cutes. Hugs right back. I hope the crisps were good. I'm also half expecting him to say Khajiit has wares if you have the kind of voice. The voice is similar, isn't it? As he braced for a tackle hug. Yes, don't confuse a hug tackle and a tackle hug. Very different beasts.
The Valiant Trading Company has had a presence on this island for nearly a century now.
I'm surprised you haven't exploited more of it.
The greatest fleet on the seas. The support of the richest men and women in the world.
I'm not lacking for funds, mate. I don't need the support of others. I tend to make my money being a badass adventurer.
What can the Royal Deadfire Company offer? A soldier's wages, so that you can elevate the fortunes of a distant king?
As opposed to you guys, well, I expect the Royal Deadfire Company will offer me a lot more than that, but they're still complete bastards. Gonna go put meat in my mouth, Brazilian style. Of course you had to say it that way. An early birthday dinner. Evil Jess, is it your birthday or very soon? All right, folks, I'm going to take that obviously as a yes. It's a bit of a silly question to ask. I guess it must be. Can we get some early birthday legits for Evil Jess? She's been a long-standing... it's on November the 5th. Can we get some early legits? I'm sure we'll do another one because there should be a stream coming on November the 5th. It'll be Tuesday. Can we get some legits? Can we get some legits for Evil Jess's birthday very soon, especially for those of you who might not be around on the day, or she might not be, obviously she might be doing her own thing, and as we know, that's coming. She's one of the members of the Red Flag Club, which means she's re-upped her citizenship, or others have, for over a year. She's awesome. We love her dirty humour over here. Well, a very happy birthday for November the 5th. I do hope I can wish you one then, but in case circumstances don't allow it, have a fantastic, wonderful, marvellous day. Do everything I wouldn't do and everything I would as well. I hope it's excellent, many happy returns.
And the Queen? A place in the Kahanga tribe among all the rest of these neglected people. You've lived outside the caste system all these years. Are you eager to return to it?
Yeah, now that's an interesting little point because, well, yes and no. The Queen is talking about the Queen of Deadfire, and thus the Queen of the Huana people, who are the main folks in charge, the main natives of the Deadfire. Now, my character is a native of the Deadfire himself. His race, although his race is godlike, which are their own sort of race. He's never been a member of the Huana tribe. He's never been an island Almua, which is the sub race of Amua, I should say, Amawa. You got coastal Amua. How the fuck you say it, Amua? Yeah, coastal Amua and island Amua. They're the sort of people who are about like kind of 8 feet tall and have sharpened teeth. They're halfway between like giant humanoids and sharks. And the Royal Deadfire Company is the main, the Rawatai Empire, which is the Amua's largest empire, and they're coastal. And the island Amua is the Huana tribe. So the three real big sort of corporate landed factions of Nekataka are the Huana tribe, which is the Queen and Prince Aroihi, the Valiant Trading Company, which is this colonial group, and the Royal Deadfire Company, which is the other Amuas and the other colonial group. So I think this guy is about to sort of try and get me to join one way. And each party member is specifically associated with one group. So Palagine is very pro the Valiant Trading Company. Maya, the hunter we don't really use, is very pro the Royal Deadfire Company. And the Druid, the sort of arrogant guy, he's very pro the Huana. It's a bit tricky because Palagine is one of my favourite characters to have, but it would kind of necessitate going with the Valiant Trading Company and favouring them. Otherwise she'll probably start to hate me. She might even permanently leave the party. That can happen. But to go more, I want to go more with the Huana in general, but that would involve having the Druid, who I don't really use. My main magic caster in person is Aloth. And I shall return shortly. Tea must happen. No worries, and thanks for the any and all lurks you're leaving up there, Josh. Have a good tea. And yeah, but the thing is, he's referenced. Sorry, go back to the dialogue we just had. You've lived outside the caste system all these years. Are you eager to return to it? Now, I've lived outside the Deadfire, but I've never been a member of the caste system. The caste system is only for Huana tribes, who are island Amua. So the Huana tribes, and I've never been a Huana tribes person. I'm a godlike, I think, yeah, just the godlike race, and I just had my own life. I was never in the caste system.
I can give you money, fame, certainly, but the men and women of the company, we set our aims high.
Yeah, okay, money and fame, but those are two things I already have. I'm extremely famous. Due to my events and efforts in the first game, and I'm pretty fucking wealthy, again, from the same.
And if I only wanted to offer you work as an Adra inspector, I would have let Alvari deal with you.
Option 1, so what is it you want? 2, I'm the Herald of Barath, or Barath, such tasks are beneath me. Kinda arrogant, true, but pretty arrogant. 3, isn't Adra what your company is after? 4, I'm not looking for a position. Option 3, I should say this first, because this is neutral. This allows me to find out more, and I tend to, all other things notwithstanding, like no skill choices or other stuff like that, I like Krayven's character is he's diplomatic but likes to find out, get as much info as you can before you commit to something. So isn't Adra what your company is after?
Yes, of course. But consider the luminous Adra is only valuable because of what it can offer those who consume it.
People eat it?
The Valiant Trading Company has maintained an outpost here in Nekataka for nearly a century now. It was only 2 years ago that we discovered the effects of luminous Adra with the aid of our animancers and several watchers.
Uh-huh. True. Let's do a little bit of spinning. Don't forget, folks, spin for your creds, spin for your creds. I think hunting, maybe, don't know how far on that is. Hey, I broke even. Concerned Doge.
Flower Alette has continued to study the potential of luminous Adra in all manner of advances. Why content ourselves to sell all this Adra as a luxury when we might use it to change the world?
Interesting, but in what manner are you planning to change it? Definitely to change it in your favour, no doubt. This is probably going to tie into the teleportation, the fast travelling that they seem to be tinkering with on that rooftop.
But of course you understand all of this.
Yeah, here we go.
Alette sent word of your involvement in her latest experiment.
Oh, actual tea. I wasn't sure if you meant going for tea like in Britain we say going for tea like, you know, dinner's ready, tea's ready. But you got an actual cup of tea. Well, kudos to you, Josh, a man of taste and decency. Yeah, so this is now tying back to something in real world time we did several months ago, which is this using luminous Adra to teleport people around.
A very dramatic first attempt, I hear. Though Alette has a tendency to gloss over details. But I want to hear it from you. How did it go?
Now, this is interesting. I'm going to go through the 5 dialogue options we have here, give a bit of preface as to my thoughts related to what my character knows and how he might act, and then make a decision. It's provided that. Yeah, nah, I made fajitas earlier, and Aldi own brand tea right now. That's right, folks, living the high life. Well, with fajitas, you absolutely are. So, option 1, my soul was sent to the beyond, into one of Rimigan's realms. Literally true, doesn't give too much away, doesn't present the experiment as a success. Option 2, it didn't work like we expected. My soul was transported, but not my body. Also true, and but puts more of a preface, an emphasis on the negatives, or at least like, hey, it's not ready yet. 3, if you ever want to drop by and visit Rimigan, you now know where to go. A bit more of a sarcastic response, do like the option. Doing myself an art. Lila, what are you working on? That's cool. 4, everything went wrong, as usual, still alive though. Or 5, your star animancer's an idiot, I was nearly destroyed. All of those explain how things went wrong, with a straightforward response, a more bluntly pragmatic response, a sarcastic response, a pithy response, and an angry response. Now, all of those are probably going to end up in a somewhat similar place in the dialogue. Now, I'm going to project, I'm going to hypothesize where this goes a little further. I can imagine, given the Valiant Trading Company's aims, they're profit first, they have investors, they're like any colonial power. They would look, what he'll probably see is the benefits of the teleportation. Like, hey, you teleported, your mind was intact, this worked, etc., etc. Or, hey, there's interesting discoveries here. They would subsequently seek to use it to massively expand the speed, efficiency, and destructive potential of their mining operations, or going after any resources they want, with a huge advantage over any competitor, especially the Royal Deadfire Company. Potentially, as a party went through, they would look to even transporting military, bypassing shipping lanes, pirates, everything else. If they can find a way to get through, shipping through whole armies, this would... The potential of this tech working 100% as intended is huge. I'm trying to bear this in mind. My character would have this knowledge and would think about it as well. Colour me intrigued. That's a nice pun, art pun there, Arik. And Arik snuggles with his Drake by the oversized fireplace in his penthouse flat. Oh, it's not a penthouse flat, it's just a penthouse, mate. It's got multiple floors and various rooms. Just practicing though, I kind of want to revamp my Twitch. Cool. Don't let anyone know. Now I've got to determine what to do here. I like the pithy answer. I don't want to give... Well, as I say, there's no point not giving too much away, because if he wants to... See, he says Elette has a tendency to gloss over details. So if he wants to find out how everything went relatively, he can talk to Elette. But he doesn't know what happened to me. Doesn't particularly know what happened to me. I volunteer myself for science. Well, if you want that, Josh, make sure you go to downtown. Calls the interior decorators. I'll bring my imp. Lila, are you continuing to ally with the imps? You do realise that Cravenstown officials are forbidden from having imps. We replaced them with automation. They've been nothing but trouble ever since. You and I will be having words. Not quite sure, folks. Soul was sent to the Beyond in one of the Rimmergan's realms. I think, obviously, option 5's out. That's just angry and overly passionate and silly. Sarcasm, that's the darker sarcasm. Pithy, everything went wrong as usual. Still alive, though. If you ever want to drop by and visit Rimmergand, now you know where to go. Option 1 or 2. Or 1, 2, or 3, even. So, my soul was sent into the Beyond, into one of Rimmergand's realms. These ones are both straightforward, but this focus on it didn't work like we expected. My soul was transported, but not my body. It doesn't actually say where. I think there's more risk. There's more implied risk. There's more implied threats with the Rimmergand's realm bit. I have to admit, we were genuinely at risk of being destroyed there, and it was dangerous. I'm torn between 1 and 3. I like the slightly humorous answer because we went through quite a lot of hell there, direct face-to-face with a god. Krayven's a tad more sarcastic. Normally I'd maybe go this way, but I'm starting to tend him every so often more towards the sarcasm. If you ever want to drop by and visit Rimmergand, now you know where to go.
Oh, it wouldn't work for me, I think, but I take your meaning. More dangerous than expected, yes?
Good. That's thrown him off a little bit. That's wrong-footed him a little bit, and yes, more dangerous than expected. Excellent. Also, just remember my old name in the Discord as Manmoth the Rat King. Yes, it was. I forgot that because it's much harder for me to keep track of when folks have got completely different names in Cravenstown than they do in the chat. Dangerous, yes. Yeah, just a little bit, mate.
I hope Alette paid you well for your trouble. A small comfort, but you'll return from your adventure a little wealthier, at least.
He's quickly trying to wring his hands and make it seem like it's more okay. Also, how many bones is too many to have crack one at a time? I just had all my upper half go. You'll be fine. You threw Gus off though, so nice. Yeah, that worked out all right.
We are in the early days of Alette's research. Flawed as this outing was, there is promise there.
Yeah, I expected that. Now, this is an interesting way of how the dialogue goes. I tend to play my character pretty consistent, but I haven't so much broken that as expounded. Those of you who followed this for the last while we've been doing it, I've explained I've gone from being super straight-laced, diplomatic, goody-goody two-shoes like in the first game to the hell that Krayven's been through and all the kind of stuff. It's given him a bit more of an edge, and where he's got room to give some slightly off of typical responses, but it seems to work on this guy. He's a bureaucrat. He doesn't like being in the field. He doesn't like the idea of himself being in any personal harm. So that response we got from that slight sarcasm of the danger is worth remembering for future dialogue with him.
This is only the start, you know. The very dawn of a new age of discovery. But just imagine.
His avarice is starting to kick in now. Castle spreads his hand. The eyes behind his spectacles are fever bright with enthusiasm. Yeah, I figured it was going to come this way.
What a lovely day!
Not shit plastic stuff, though. Let's go hunting, folks. Exclamation mark hunt. Command hunt. Command hunt. If we get another cliff haunted breed, I'll be very impressed indeed. But hopefully we'll do well against a Stone Crusher Phoenix. Get your hunt on, folks. Get your hunt on. Get your hunt on. Get your hunt on. Okay.
Imagine if we could transport goods and
here we go.
More quickly than any vessel or horse. Cure every kind of ailment. Perhaps cure disease altogether. We'll extend our lifespans by decades. Maybe even centuries one day.
What? Where are you? Okay, that's escalated quickly. Imagine if we could transport goods and people more quickly than any vessel or horse. Yes. It's essentially magic teleport technology. Well, never say never yet. We've still got time. Folks, let's go hunting. Let's go hunting. We've definitely got enough for a Stonecrusher Phoenix. Yeah, Ari, actually, please don't put line like kind of, nah, not going to happen. That's sort of dismissive and it puts people off. But this whole cure every kind of ailment, it's like you don't have the technology to put that now. You don't have the technology to do that now. The speed at which you could save more people with speed of getting cures and help to them, but you don't have to cure for every kind of ailment. This whole will extend our lifespan by decades, maybe even centuries. I don't know where the hell he's getting that from. Alright.
This has all been the work of a single outpost. I want there to be a dozen outposts, 100. Animancers working together to better our lives.
Yes, in a way. Yes, they can in a way. They can be haunted, and you can be hunted in them. Exclamation mark hunt if anyone else wants to go. Get yourself a cut of the Stonecrusher Phoenix loot. Animancers, feeling confident here. Yeah, good work everybody. Kicked its ass.
Look at what we have left behind. Old Valia is a battlefield at constant war with itself. But the republics have risen from that past. We can rise farther still.
I like that, Josh. Yeah, it's not chalk, it's an excess of ghosts. Oh yes, now just a quickly bit of love for Old Valia, just to recap because I haven't read it myself in a while and some of you may not know. Grand Valia was a sprawling and culturally rich empire with Valian colonies settling far north and south of Irglanfath. However, problems with the empire's Adiran expansion efforts, along with a steep economic decline, led the Valian colonies to secede in 2641 time frame. So you had the original empire and then all these outlying settlements sort of seceded, kind of like how Defiance Bay and all these others did from the original Adiran empire. Establishing themselves as the Valian Republics, a confederacy of allied city-states, which is a little bit sort of like ancient Greece with these allied city-states. For the next century, Grand Valia collapsed into Old Valia as more and more nobles and their retainers fled the empire. Yeah, which is like civil war and scheming nobles, a shadow of its former self. Many of them emigrating to the Deadfire. So the Valian Republic is now this loose confederation of city-states and looking for the opportunities in the Deadfire as the original empire has become this kind of inbred, broken down version of its former glory. Initially trying to survive as merchant ships, these immigrants eventually descend into piracy as their trade networks decayed and taking over nascent and Valian and Rauatine colonies. Yeah, oh wow, Grand Valia. Yeah, I think the Principi Sen Patroni are actually what's left of some part of Grand Valia, or Old Valia. Ooh. Well, that scared me. A blackout just happened. Oh, Jesus. So...
And in doing so, we will raise all of Aorta with us.
Yeah, but with you guys at the top, I imagine.
Perfetto.
Ah, there she is. Belfetto. Well done. So Palagina's pro with that. Palagina's outburst is restricted to a single word, but her gaze is riveted to the director. For a moment, you even see the blue flames of zeal flickering in the depths of her eyes. She is a very much a Valian patriot. Now, the response I can put in here is definitely going to affect her opinion. So, I am not a Rauatine, which would probably mean I had something very negative to say, and I'm not someone from Old Valia, which would mean I had something very positive. So option 3. Wait, this is Obsidian? Yes, this is made by Obsidian. The Normal Fan. Hey, beautiful people. Also, are you all right, Danger? The Normal Fan, have you had a name change? Because I would recognise as a rather unique username. I'm sorry if I'm not recalling it. You've clearly been here before. If I'm forgetting and I haven't seen you in the chat in a while, lovely to see you again. And thank you for any and all lurking you've done on other shows. If it is your first time here, then welcome. Or that doesn't sound like it is. And if you've had a name change, do feel free to let me know what it used to be, so I can give you a proper hello. Welcome back, Darkens. Let's see, the 3 options we have. Lofty Goals, Castol. That's a statement, it is non-committal. 4, if your masters permit it, which is again a statement, but it kind of subdues his enthusiasm. 5, and this one, if they like the world as it is, that's going to go down poorly with, I think 3, just these are lofty goals. Lofty goals. I think I'll have to go for a while. Hopefully I'll be back for the story, lady. Hey, no worries, Edgy. If you're leaving up a lurk, thank you. But of course, you're not obligated to do so. And yes, from about 10:45, 10:30, 10:45, I'll be starting the live reading ASMR component. So have fun or best of luck with whatever you're doing. We'll hopefully see you again soon. But if not, thank you so much for joining us. And hopefully catch you tomorrow for Mellow Out Monday and the start of next week's series of shows. Lofty goals, Castle.
Yes, but achievable, I think. I may not live to see it, but I will see the groundwork done.
No fan. I've been here. Okay. No worries. Yes, as I say, any and all lurking you've done in the interim, thank you so much. I have a vague ring at the back of my mind. One tries to recall. I probably would have, but I've been at a wedding all weekend. I've slept not enough. I've had 2 hangovers on the trot because it was 2 events on the Friday and the Saturday, and I've driven 600 miles in 3 days. So apologies, I'm not quite firing on all 4 cylinders. It's lovely to have you. Thanks so much for swinging by again. Stay a while and listen. But I'm not live to see it, but I will see the groundwork done. Well, hey, fair play. He's dutiful. I respect that.
But I've said enough. Too much, I think.
Yes.
There will be more experiments to come.
We definitely wrong-footed him, didn't we? That sounds good. You want to voice act monster noises. Interesting. To be honest, I wasn't too bad. It's more a case of when you drink enough and it's so that you don't wake up with a hangover. You don't get enough rest of what little rest you get. But I was a best man for my best friend's wedding, and he had the ceremony in Scotland, and then a hand tying ceremony the next day in northeast England, and it's been quite a lot to sort of handle and do and everything else, because I'm also the godfather to his daughter, and so doing my bit to take care so they won't constantly have to parent their child at their own wedding and stuff like that. So yeah, it's a bit. Oh yeah, sorry, Darkins, you missed one about 6 minutes ago, but don't worry, only a short while till it's available again.
Until then, I have a more grounded task I need assistance with. Nothing that should put your spirit in any danger.
Fair enough. Okay, well that sounds better than what happened in that bloody Rimmergan realm.
Nekataka sees its share of smuggling. I doubt that would surprise anyone. But we've learned of a particular exchange that will have more dire effects than a few spoiled Hawana peasants.
That's very mean. A few spoiled Hawana peasants. What a jackass. It was really nice. It was really good fun. It was the culmination of a lot of things. But now it's sort of done, I can really relax with stuff, because the stag do was a lot of organising, but it went really well. The speech went fine. That's all sorted, and just everything came together. It all went a-okay. And now I think, much like Goldberg's himself and other people who had duties and responsibilities, it's like, oh, okay. So I was wanting to come in, hit up the Story Sunday to see out the week, and then I'm going to pass out for about 12 hours. But yeah, I definitely had fun.
There is a Royal Deadfire Company official by the name of Quarno who has been meeting in secret with one of the Principi. I do not believe he works with the approval of his masters.
If it's involving going after the Royal Deadfire Company, if this is a little bit of hostile corporate versus corporate ability, I'm more than happy to let you two kill each other. That's fine.
He meets with a Captain Tola, a known pirate and smuggler. I hope I don't have to tell you that an alliance between a crooked royal official and the Principi is not the kind of trouble any of us need.
I am inclined to agree. I'm still on goodish terms with the Principi, but they're more of a means to an end. They're another major power player, but they're not quite at the level of the Valiant Trading, Royal Deadfire, and the Juana themselves. That said, I think the game might treat them as roughly equal to them, rather.
I have a woman, Britza, waiting in the Luminous Bathhouse.
Of course, we've got to meet in the Luminous Bathhouse.
Do business there, and she has kept an eye on things. I promise to send assistance. Find her, and she will tell you what she knows.
We've got a few options there. We can find out some information first. Oh, thanks, Normal Fan. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm really glad to. Really glad to. It's tricky, Josh. I mean, when it comes to voiceover work, I've had enough people say I have a nice voice, a warm voice for delivery, and I was talking to a sort of business contact who promotes documentaries. When I did a live reading for him, it was warm, it was soporific, but it turns out my pre-recorded, when I'm just concentrating on a reading thing, was quite flat. And my reading voice is better when I'm live than it actually is in a studio room. It's sort of hard work. It's really a lot harder to do good stat level voiceovers for stuff than you might think. And that's, for my own part, all my life I've been told I've been a competent public speaker, and whether it's live or rehearsed, able to sort of deliver lines, put emphasis on things, live read books, etc. So stick at it, but yeah, it will require a lot of practice indeed. The monster sound effects, you could have a niche there. You really could, because very few people can do those effectively, although a lot of them, I have to admit, are done with special effects. They'll take a basic noise and really tweak it. Yeah, we've all been, I think by the end of the weekend we're all pretty strung out, to be honest. Yeah, exactly, Foley artwork. So do we just say we'll do it? I had some questions first. I'm not going to say I'll do it right away. We'll definitely have some questions. I'll ask why not tell the Royal Deadfire Company. I know why not, because they could use it to their advantage further, but it's probably that he wants to use this information to his advantage rather than telling a competitor. I think I've had enough of the company for a while. If I happen to wander that way, I'll let you know. Well, I'll do option 3. I want to hear his rationale.
It may surprise you, but the Royal Spy Master and I are not on very good speaking terms.
Yeah, that's not shocking.
I prefer to handle these matters internally. You provide a good opportunity.
All right, well, I had some questions first.
Of course. Best to go in prepared.
Well, why help the Royal Deadfire Company? This is pretty self-explanatory. It's like, he's not really helping them. I expect he's trying to look for a way to actually shame them and hinder them. Yeah, it's a bit of a trick. Recording stuff, outreaching. If you just Google like voice acting opportunities, how to get started, there's cool websites and like guides and stuff like that, and like where you can like look for to try and find work. I mean, I need to get into that myself, but I've got enough on my plate right now.
The discipline of the royal officers isn't really what any of this is about. I'm more concerned about the pirates. In this particular case, the companies share an enemy.
That I didn't actually expect. I didn't think that the pirates would be that it was like, hey, the enemy of my enemy is my friend kind of thing. Interesting. I really didn't spot that one coming. Well, can you tell me more about Britza?
A fine, valiant woman. Steady temperament. Good sense. The bathhouse sees an enormous number of patrons every day. It is a useful place to have a set of eyes and ears on hand.
That I entirely agree with. Makes sense. Okay, and she seems like a practical spy, a covert agent, whatever you want to call it. Do you know anything else about these smugglers?
Only that Tola is a captain of middling repute and some small ambition. I expect she feels that a partnership with Quarno will give her an edge. Britza will know more.
Okay, well, she doesn't sound overly threatening, but we'll find out more. All right, well, I'll do it.
Excellent. Meeting you has been a stroke of luck, Watcher. I'll await your report.
End dialogue. Interesting. Oh, we didn't get a quest update off the back of that one. I guess maybe it's already got one in there. Well, we'll quick save that bad boy. There's always some mod creator out there. Yes, mods are a good way to go for it. Arik raises a very good point, because really good mods, really high-end mods will have dialogue and lines and everything, and because it's free stuff, because mod makers work for free, and a good number of mod creators are quite pure. They have a code of sorts regarding... Actually, where the hell are we? This is a totally different region. A sort of code of like not charging for their work, which Bethesda found out when they tried to introduce like paid mods and have the mod makers make a little bit of money. I don't know, I can't remember what they offered them, but actually make something from it. And the mod makers are like, no, we don't. That's not why we do it, and we're not interested in that at all. What's in here? The room's not locked. Let's have a gander. Maybe there's more opportunities for things. Right, that all counts as theft. Oleska Sarasso. But yeah, it does mean that lots of mod makers, but be selective, and there's a finite point. I mean, some mod makers might be willing to pay you if they're big grand projects. But yeah, if you're just trying to build up a portfolio and have a body of work out there, finding sort of a good mod maker who's done something or a big collab thing, especially big stuff for like the Elder Scrolls or whatever, is a nice way to go. It may surprise you, doesn't surprise us at all. I like the idea of doing Foley work and the concept of twisting reality. Yeah, exactly. Screaming, doing Witcher Necker impressions, hoping someone knows what's up. I doubt it. We got a new couch now. Yay! Awesome. Awesome. Good modding community and see what's about. Yeah, good modding communities with a lot's going on. I'm also trying to get guttural growls and harsh vocals down. Me and my bud want to do a dumb idea, Gorefield, death metal about turning John into lasagna. That's really fun. That's a nice sort of little throwaway kind of gag thing. I like Gorefield. That's clever, Josh. I think that's got some legs as a sort of one-off skit or a short series or something. That's cool. And yeah, that's a very good tip, Harry. Nice one, man. Right, Oleska Sarasso, what's your story?
Just a moment.
The dwarven woman at the desk does not yet look up. She taps at her chin with the quill in her hand. Have I got an equivalent of a quill? A pencil, yes. A look of furious concentration on her face. After a few moments, she scrawls something down in the ledger in front of her.
There we are. So, did Alvari send you? I'm putting together the numbers. She will have to be patient.
She looks up at you, distracted, then looks up again, blinking owlishly. I love owlishly as an adjective.
Well, you're no clerk. Sientere, Watcher. I was preoccupied.
Yeah, I wasn't a
Do
clerk.
not take it personally. They put me in this side office for a reason.
And at least she's sort of straightforward. Sintieri. Oh, I'm sorry, Watcher. Oh, she's realised who I am and my reputation. Okay, I like that. I like it when they sort of suddenly brush their clothes down a little bit when they realise who they're talking to.
Oleska Sarasso, advisor. Did you get turned around? I have little to do with people, to be honest. Numbers mostly.
Sarasso gestures to the desk with a quick sweep of her arm. Alright, she's primarily an accountant then, of sorts.
What can I do for you today, Watcher?
How fares the company? Now, this is interesting. This is like a higher ranking clerk of some description, or clerk, however you want to pronounce it. Perhaps we can get a bit more side info on the company here. So how fares the company?
I will not lie. Our fortunes dwindle.
Oh, really?
I must ask the director for some clarity on these figures. I cannot imagine why they are so low.
Interesting. No wonder they wanted a nice big Adravane purified. They were looking to be in real trouble. Regardless of the fact of whether they've been here a century or two, doing anything remotely artily on a mouse is very time consuming. Ah, Lila, mate, get yourself a tablet. Get yourself a tablet. Treat yourself. They're not too pricey at all, even for a mid-sized Wacom one. What do you do here exactly,
Put
lady?
plainly, I am an advisor to the director.
Oh, yeah.
I keep the books in order and offer advice on the operations of the fleet. Profits, losses, all here.
So you got the knowledge of accounting, but you also act as, well, turning that into useful information for him. But for the director, so she's not below necessarily the Governor Alvari, but I expect she probably reports to her as well. Rather than pointing at a ledger, she raises her hand to tap the side of her head.
I have a better head for numbers than for small talk, I'm afraid. It isn't personal.
I'm good. No, she's doing all right with the small talk.
It is nice to be asked, I suppose. I hardly ever get anyone in here unless they need help with their sums.
I like her. She's quite humble in an honest way. A mid-size. What? Oh, don't worry, Josh. It's cool. That's it. Oh, we have a skill check. Just a basic diplomacy check. I don't see you. Let's see. That's a shame. 3, I love numbers. I count my coin every day. 4, your work does sound dull. Kind of true, but actually the advising doesn't. The numbers and stats and figures is not really my cup of tea. But we have a skill check, and it's a nice one. And I always take skill checks as a first preference unless they're really going to act against me. I don't see why. You probably have the most important job here.
That is true, but hardly anyone says so.
Sarasso smiles, an earnest, amused smile that brightens her eyes and puts colour in her cheeks. Ah.
I have been lucky to reach this position. I enjoy the work, and it is clear that I am needed. Being useful, it is a good feeling.
It is a good feeling, feeling useful and needed and everything else. Well, can I ask you some questions?
I can spare a few moments.
Wonderful. And like I said, I've asked for anyone who would buy me gifts at Christmas, like the fam, if they would consider just £5 or whatever, instead so I can put it towards a nice tablet. Ah, cool. Yeah, wise idea, absolutely. Or just say, hey, fancy getting me a tablet? You never know, someone might surprise you. What's Castel's story? Yes, this is Director Castel, the Gus Fring chap we just talked to.
Oh, him. Good family. Sensible. Big plans for the Deadfire he has. Big, expensive plans.
You got it correct. Ukulele. Yeah, how do you spell ukulele? Exactly how you spelt it. You nailed it, Josh. Good work. I put the feelers out there with my mum. Ah, cunning. Lila has a plan so cunning you could put a tail on it and call it a weasel. Alright, so yeah, I love this. Big plans for the Deadfire. He has big, expensive plans. Well, what about Governor Alvari? So that's Director Castel. What about Governor Alvari?
She's nice, no? A little intense, maybe.
Yep.
She gets results. Always to the letter.
Oh, she's not giving too much away. Ah, hunt time. Kick another Stone Crusher Phoenix's ass. Even better if we can get a Cliff Haunter brood and beat them. Exclamation mark hunt in the chat, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends, comrades, and lovers. 3. What could you tell me a little about the VTC?
Well, it is funded and so controlled by the Songretta Mea Compresa. I can tell you that much. A council of 11 investors.
Interesting. I think we've been told this before, but not for a very long time. So this seems like the Council of Investors also act as a board of directors, perhaps. So let's see what their blurb is. The Congress of the company, Songretta Mea Compresa, a body of 11 high-stakes investors who collectively operate the VTC. Interesting. Yeah, okay, so the investors are the board of directors, like sort of the meeting with the shareholders, one might say.
Dukes, nobles, not all from the Republic's mind, but all very important people.
I figured as much. Well, who runs the company?
While the Songretta is away, Cantaniro is the company's highest authority on the island.
Oh!
But he mainly concerns himself with diplomatic affairs. For the usual business, you want the director.
Wow, so you had Governor Alvari, then above her is Director Castel, and then whatever rank, I don't know if Canta is a rank or a full name, but this Cantaniro person is the highest authority. He's probably kicking around in the palace. Okay, that's all I wanted about. Aleska nods, already darting glances toward her papers. That I really like. There wasn't necessarily a quest or anything else around that, but that was a whole bunch of flavour, dialogue.
We want
Hey, Phoenix.
a shrubbery!
A shrubbery! Phoenix, thank you so much for the host. That was very kind of you indeed. Good evening to you, Resident Phoenix. How are you doing? Oh my word, Ari walks out with all the profit. Right, my phone keeps auto-correcting stuff to incorrect spellings I've done because apparently Google can keep tabs on the dodgy searches but not the English language. Oh, man. And yes, that was it, normal fan. You nailed it. Give me a strawberry. That's really nice. I like it when you just get a fun little bit of roleplay there that adds a bunch of flavour. That was a very likeable, relatable kind of clerk advisor character. She didn't have a quest. She didn't have any kind of essential purpose or some little giveaway or needing some trinket recovered or some trouble that happened. She just had something that fleshed out more of the VTC, gave it more flavour, gave us some information. We got that useful kind of financial stuff. Oh my god! Oh, zombie, well done. Thank you so much for 75 biddies, mate. That's really kind. Why is the bot saying it twice every time? But that's Obsidian just excel at that kind of stuff. That was first class roleplay right there. Oh yeah, if we want to sneak out, we can actually go in via the sewer. If you wanted to sneak in here, oh Jesus! Who the hell was... Oh, Darkens, bless you. Really, really hoping that's not a pattern. Alright, yes, that's the ambassador's office. Sorry, the governor's office and the directors above that. Maybe there's another floor we don't know about that's for Cantor... What's his face? I think we're done in here for now. Dim prospects. Oh, Atsura has asked me to thwart the VTC. Atsura wants to know what happened at Poko Kohara. I've still got to hand that in for them. They're not going to like me too much. Bless you. Thank you both of you for the 75 biddies. I hope the variation that's been added to it doesn't make it less desirable, because the zombie scream, I know a number of you like that. It certainly drives away a few other people, as I found out, but hey, it's great fun. I hope the unacceptable is a nice switch to it. Yeah, Ari, exactly right. Oh, a normal fan, it always gets me. That's the point of it. The 75-bit cheer is meant to be a startle cheer. It's meant to be something a bit fun to make it get me. But yeah, no, I'm grand. I'm grand. I'm used to it without ever getting used to it, if that makes sense. Yeah, I get whimsical with my swearing. I've got like 2 years of the thick of it style. Oh my god, I need to watch more of the thick of it. I really do. The thick of it style, soul crushing, saved. It'd be sad if I lost that, as would my mates. Fair. Oh, congratulations, Phoenix. Well fought, well fought. Well fought, both of you. Okay, well, where to next? We've definitely got to do this... oh, I'm looking in the wrong bit. On the map. Yeah, I think this one's going to be a lot of running around Nekataka and discovering things. We've got the Wild Mare in Queensborough. The... Oh, what was this? Map Emporium. Might actually buy some maps. Road East... Anything else around here? The Royal Deadfire Company's elsewhere. We definitely need to go to the Wild Mare. There's at least one bounty to hand in there. What's this? From the Wreckage, yeah. Dirty Laundry, where the hell is that? Oh, that's in the Luminous Bathhouse. That's in another district. The Undercroft. Well, to get to the Undercroft, we have to go into the Gullet. It's the sort of the poor area, the slums of Nekataka. Oh, the Sacred Stair. We've got a few things in the Sacred Stair. Where's bed? Well, we've got a few things to do, but the very next one has definitely got to be nipping over to the Wild Mare. Oh my god. Citizens, hits that legit. One of us. Oh, Phoenix. My goodness, Darkens, your third gifted visa today and your 57th in total, you hero, you absolute legend. Phoenix's Cravenstown visa is approved and you are once again amazeballs. Phoenix, welcome back to the ranks of the citizenry. You are not just legit, you are now Cravenstown legit. Don't forget to hit that legit for your very own self. Your very own self. Hit that legit, hit that legit. The most common bit of gamer slang in the entire internet, and the only channel that'll actually give you an emote that says it. Use that legit as you see fit all over Twitch, including here. But of course, hit that legit when we get new citizens, wave that welcome when we get new residents, and use the welcome command, exclamation mark welcome when we get raids or multi-person hosts. Next, wave your Cravenstown town flag loud and proud every time you chat, and the longer your citizenship is maintained by yourself or other kind folks, the fancier and more prestigious it will get, and you're already on your bronze one. Congratulations. 3 months of subscription at the very least. Unfortunately, today's giveaway was an hour and a half, hour and a quarter ago. So the next Citizens giveaway will be the first stream of December. Make sure you try and be there for that at the start time. Currently 8 PM, unless I get enough suggestions otherwise to shift it up a little bit. 8 PM GMT on the first stream of December for a chance to win a free Steam code game. As you well know, you will maintain, or I think regain, you will regain your access to Citizens Towers in Cravenstown, because I know you already have your Twitch linked to your Discord account and you're already in Cravenstown itself. Lila, if you're there, we just get a Discord command to let lovely kind new folks who are wandering in, hanging out, lurking, a link so they can come through our gatehouse and into the main town. And last but by no means least, my undying appreciation and gratitude to you for supporting the show, and to Darkens especially for gifting yet another visa. Fuck. Yes, you're right. You are right. I did say that, but the habit is not instinctively there, Darkens. The habit is not instinctively there. Oh, and now I'm off mobile. I can do a thing in a moment here. Oh, well, fair play, Ari. You got full access back to everything. You got full access back to everything. There we are. Right. You have indeed. Don't worry, Darkens. I hadn't forgotten how many you'd done. I've just been forgetting to... well, I say forgetting. This will be the first time I'm doing it with any citizenship. So I've got so many of these left. So I'm not used to it yet. I'm not used to it yet. But thank you for reminding me. Licorice or skunk spray? Right. Well, the rest of that little dish is all done. So I've got to go straight into here. Right, so this will be for the first one you did, the first citizenship today. Let me actually check the bot, the doodad. This would be the one for Sapphire. This is the one that went to Sapphire. Oh, licorice. Okay, good. I haven't had a single skunk spray one yet, so that's good. Excellent. Oh, King of Deadpool. Yes, it was a little while ago. It was a little while ago. It was your first one. Right. Well, perfect timing. Perfect timing. Yeah, it's not. It's going to say it's at least good than the nice flavors. I've never had a nasty version of it. Oh, oh shit! No, that did land. That landed on it again. But it says if I move the lid, it flicks it to a different one. We got another black one. So this one. Oh, if you're wondering what I'm doing, this is Bean Boozle. So I've got this. As many of you know from the month. The fundraiser, this they're either nasty or nice or nasty flavors. So I've got another one. We haven't had skunk spray once yet, not at all. Oh yeah, no worries. It might just be because it happened and it didn't kick in right away. Krayven, would you want to be my height? I have to admit, I'm quite content at 6'3". I think 8'2" would be a bit much for me, but respect to you, striding the earth like a colossus. And then the one that just went to Phoenix, that one was licorice as well. That one was licorice as well. So the licorice ones seem to be not too tainted. They're very infrequently tainted. I don't like jelly beans, so I hope you enjoy. Well, I'm trying, but these aren't regular jelly beans. Oh my word. Look what happens when you pop back round again and all fun. Every one of us. Citizens, hit that legit. Yes, crying's not enough. I have no reason to disbelieve it, and he hasn't sort of insisted on it in a jokey way too much, like genuinely true. But right now, citizens, if you have a flag by your name, especially if you're newer with it, one thing we do, always hit that legit. So all of you with newer citizenship, especially if you're gifted, especially if you've been gifted one by a kind soul, please hit that legit, hit that legit, hit that legit to welcome in for the very first time the normal fan. But he's no normal fan. You're not just a normal fan anymore. You are a citizen of Krayven's Town. So welcome. First off, enjoy the new emotes. The next three will be getting done in short order now that a whole bunch of IRL stuff in my life is out the way. It's not like I've had them unlocked for over a year or anything because my community is amazing. But yes, enjoy the legit and the welcome. Use that legit as you see fit. The most common bit of game slang on the entire internet and the only channel where you get an emote that actually says it. Next, wave your Krayven's and of course the welcome, and we hit that legit when we get new citizens, which is what we call subs. We wave that welcome when we get new followers, which is what residents, which is what we call followers. Otherwise, use that legit as you see fit all over Twitch, including here, for all things positive related to legit, and combining that. So if someone says legit progress or let's get some legit love, you can do legit love, etc, 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 and that's good. Yes, crying's not enough. You can by all means use whatever emotes you've got. Please by all means spam what you've got if you're not a citizen. Next, wave your Krayven's Town flag loud and proud every time you chat, and the longer your citizenship is maintained by yourself or others, or if it's from others first and then you decide to carry it on, the fancier and more prestigious it will get. You'll be able to enter the monthly giveaway. We just had one today because it was the first stream of the month that I've done. And, that was legitness. Yeah. That was legitness, and we have that sound effect as well. See, Phoenix right there is combining legit One of his loves he has, that looks like a sort of Pokemon with a love heart. A legit love right there. There's a perfect example. And yes, the giveaway is today, but the next stream will be the next giveaways for subs only. Citizens giveaway will be the first stream of December. You will have access to Citizens Towers in Krayven's Town if you decide to take up your full residency. I was about to... Decide to take out your full residency because this channel not only is the main entertainment complex in the town, it also acts as the gatehouse. So that's how to get in. And if your Twitch and your Discord are integrated, if they're linked, so if you go into your Discord settings and have authorized apps or connections and you link your Twitch to it and you decide to take up your full residency, there's no obligation to do so whatsoever, but should you want to, you can. Within the hour, the bot will assign you your name in gold, but only if those two, if your Twitch is linked to your Discord. And last but no means least, my undying appreciation to yourself and moreover to Eric Drake. The Cravenstown visa is approved and you are amazeballs. I still owe a couple more then. I owe a couple more for the 3rd of let me just I missed out a few. Anything, let's see. Is that laying down? No, that's standing with no shoes. Licorice is a tainted flavour to begin with, so you're punished either way. True, I am. And good evening, Joypunk. JP, good to see you, my dude. Good to see you. Lovely fellow I met IRL first before he ever knew about what we have going on right here. Thank you so much for supporting with your view, my dude. And really nice to see you in the chat. Okay, the next one I've still got to do, as Darkens has so aptly reminded me. This one was to Phoenix. So Phoenix, this one was... Oh yes, we already did respand yours. Caramel popcorn or mouldy cheese? Caramel popcorn or mouldy cheese. I actually need to find one of these. It shows speckled yellow, but it's not. Right, caramel popcorn or mouldy cheese. I think that's meant to be caramel popcorn, but it doesn't even taste that good. It's not a bad one, but it's not a good one of the nice ones. Nah. I think this is meant to be caramel popcorn. Because the mouldy cheese, I think I've had the mouldy cheese before, and the mouldy cheese is fucking disgusting. Oh yeah, Citizens Towers are very fancy. There's caviar and champagne served by androgynous sort of Ken doll servants we grow in vats. That's very kind of you, Hyper Spider, but don't feel that you're obliged to at all. It's always one's choice. And then this one, oh, interesting. This one is for the normal fan, courtesy of Eric Drake. Peach or vomit? Peach or bath? Sorry, this is going to be reflected now because I switched the camera back so I knew where I was pointing. Right. Peach or puke? That's way better to say peach or puke. Peach or bath? God, this isn't America. Oh! Vomit. That one's vomit. It's almost never peach. Oh, God. Oh, Hyper Spider. Oh, God, I'm sorry. I want to say thank you sincerely, but that one's fucking rank. The vomit one is really, really, really gross. I love how happy you all are when I get a horrible one. Every time it lands on dead fish. Thank you, Darkens, for spiking the wheel once again. All right, we're all caught up. And yes, folks, for the next little bit, unless I've already done it, remind me to take the jelly beans. I still haven't swallowed it yet. Vomit is marginally less terrible than dead fish. Dead fish and dog food are the two super skanky ones. They are awful. Vomit certainly, I think, in sort of 3rd place or joint 3rd place. So am I eating the trash? Oh yeah, it's just nice. What? Stop staring. Nice. Oh my goodness. Yes, another 4.5 minutes on hunting. Based on Realsy's experience. Goodness me. Alright, well thank you. Those of you who've been watching received your gifted citizenships, and thank you to the gifters, Darkens and Eric Drake. Our lords of Cravenstown, our respective lords. Alrighty, as we were. You ate a lot of dead fish. I really did. There was a disproportionate number of times it landed on dead fish. It's so rank. Right, let's unpause and actually have them jog on over. You need to try the black ones. They're so toxic. Well, I have. Hyper Spider, I just had 2 now. But every time I've gotten a black one, they've been licorice. Because they're supposed to be licorice or skunk spray. As much as I get loads of the dead fish ones, I've never had skunk spray yet, which is fine. Thank you, Phoenix. I appreciate that. Sailor. There is a bounty commoner. Where's this person we're supposed to hand? And a pauper. Sailors, paupers, and commoners. All over the shop. Right, was this actually in the wild mare? That's the question. There's one thing I've got to go and do in the wild mare somewhere. It's just handing in a bounty. That's the Sacred Stair. Nekataka the Gullet. Nekataka Queen's Birth. Curious it's not showing up in there. I've seen one where it's like hand this in at the wild mare. It's not skipping ahead. Right, I can't do anything more skipping ahead till we do more for the Valiant Trading Company. Bounty V, Bounty Quaro, that's the new one. He waits in fire, Bacana's Folly. True Proposition, Bounty Baner. That's Sacred Stair. Digrass's Head. Where's this gone? Yeah, Aboko in the Wild Mare. Why did that not come up as like in the Wild Mare as the place to go and hand it in? Return to Aboko. That's the one I was after. Okay. Man, this is all the busy work. When you've done all the quests, you've got to come back and sort it all. Hey, who won the jackpot? Darkens with a triple concerned Doge. Nice one, dude. Congrats. Don't forget, yes, you can spin. It is one of the built-in ways solo to win yourself some creds. The other ways are to duel one another and, of course, hunting. Far and away the most awesome. Let me just see. Anyway, Krayven, did you see my suggestion? If not, here it is again, because I feel as well. You need Eziaz. Do you have a flag thing up in here somewhere? Josh, the best place to put suggestions is in the suggestion forum in the Discord. If you go into the content multiplex, you will see the bottom part of town, or the bottom part channel. Just to go outside the roleplay for a second, is the suggestion forum. I do try and catch up on that. For everyone who suggests stuff, just FYI, two things. I look at them all, but not right away. It's when I get chance, because obviously I have my life. I have my IRL, and I do this part-time. So I try and get round to them. Second, they are suggestions. If you post them in there, I can't always guarantee they'll be taken up. I will look at them, I will weigh them up, decide if they're suitable, and implement them or not, as the case may be. Sometimes I'll have a chance to be able to give a proper reply to that. Other times I won't necessarily be able to, but I do read them all. But yes, if you want to get your suggestion in, that's a better place to do it, because in about 10 minutes, Josh, that will go away in the chat. Yeah, no worries. That's why I say it, is to remind people periodically. Don't worry. As a streamer, I'm familiar with the requirement of repetition. That's nothing against all of you lot. That is just something that comes with the job. Nah, it hasn't been like that for weeks, so it's pretty good told. Okay, cool. Nice one. Jackpot. Oh, did someone win some coins off the pedo? Whoa! Triple pedo bear. Congratulations, Lila, I think. Man, what's up with all these discords? And I have a lovely chat. I'm happy I came back. I can't believe it's been so long. Hey, look, no worries, normal fan. This is part of your free time. This is part of your free time, of all the ways you could be entertained, from the various Netflix, Amazon Prime, your own gaming, reading a book, whatever. You like to watch some streams. And of the millions of channels, beyond just what's on Twitch, you decided to pop back in here and hang out. So thank you for supporting the show with your viewer. We're very happy to have you here again.
Lado, my hunter. To what do I owe this delight?
Oh, what a day! What a
Oh, hunting's ready! Hunting's ready! This is the best one! Exclamation mark hunt. Best chance to actually win some stuff. You might get knocked down, injured, and have to spend your profits on medical bills, but you could get glory. Let's go hunting. We could get a Cliffhorn to brood again. We need to start beating them more often. 11 minimum just to summon them. Certainly a few more than 11 to defeat them. Like, a lot more, because the next boss up from that requires 21 to summon. So let's get as many as we can. Abako raises his tankard and winks. Here's Meriel's head. She joins the goddess of death in the beyond.
My first bounty to pay off. An exciting day for us both.
Apparently a small pouch of coins contains 1,400 coins. Do you know how much weight 1,400 fucking coins is? Quite a bit. Alright, well, you're going to have a new bounty for me.
But as I make more deals, more pyres will be available, Ak.
Common base currency of the Valian Republics. They are pear-shaped copper coins and are heavily used in trade hubs of the Deadfire Archipelago. Well, what bounties do you have available?
I finally managed to land the right
Oh, I know it,
bounty of
Eric.
value. You may not like it.
Uh-huh.
There is a thirsty drake.
Oh,
who
I'm up for
lives
this.
near an oasis northeast of Magia Island. An important site for refilling canteens.
Our bounties to go after a drake? I am so down for that.
The local tribes call him Purakeo.
Purakeo.
After a sea dragon of legend. Even so, they have no love for this water thief.
Go and kick a baby dragon's ass or a juvenile dragon's ass, no problem. Because in the fantasy lore of this game, because I know drakes and dragons vary from fantasy realm to fantasy realm, it goes worm, which are the babies, drakes, which are the adolescents, and full-grown dragons. So yeah, nay bother. Nay bother. Oh, Lord versus Lord. Arik Drake comes out on top. Cliffhorn to Brood. We have a Cliffhorn to Brood. No! Oh, Jesus. Yeah, the margin to summon them is 11. The margin for victory probably requires a comfortable 15 or more, but there's enough of us taking part to regularly summon them multiple times a day. Never mind Stonecrusher Phoenixes, so great efforts. I should say thank you, all of you. So many of you have been active this evening and just being able to sort of hunt. We will one day. Our ratio is not the best against them. It's crawling to one victory in 4, but thank you so much, all of you, for taking part and being so active and around. I shall return with his head. Huh? Hey.
Hello, my hunter.
I'm still hunting him.
And I'm still scrounging together the coin for your next mission.
Okay, right. So we actually did pick up the thing.
When you have the head of our latest mark, I will be ready, Ak.
Okay. It's curious. It didn't seem to update my quest log. Let's have a gander. It must have done it. It just hasn't done a whoosh, you know, that little scripty noise. Ashes. We all fall down. True. My broken robotic leg, the amount of time in there. It's only pretend hunt. Oh, don't worry, the domesticated drakes, Krayven's Town's domesticated drakes are absolutely fine. It's these wild ones that steal water and are troublesome. There it is, yeah, okay. So the bounties don't tend to bring up because they're just tasks as opposed to full quests. Right, so that one's good. I think that's pretty much all we need in here. I might switch the party over. Yeah, I really don't need
Ahoy.
Oogly Boo here, this lad. I only brought him along for the Principi. You know what? I will leave him around because we should head to the Undercroft and deal with that mad Morena lady. There's nothing right now involving Aloth. So let's head out here and go up to the next town district. Can I have a Drake? Yeah, you're a citizen. You can have up to... Let me think. As lords get any size ridiculous pet they want, and then they get a mid-size rare pet. So basically it goes in terms of tier. If you're a citizen, which is tier 1, you can have a little exotic pet. If you're tier 2, you can have a medium-sized exotic pet if you're a constituent. That's what we call tier 2. And if you're nobility, which is what we call tier 3, you can have like a ludicrously huge pet.
There. There'd be a thing of free out here that you shouldn't be aiming at pets.
Hey,
Speaking
it was
of pets.
dark. I only saw the back of your head. I thought you were some huge island squirrel.
This ain't about me, farmer.
Oh man, I've never heard that one before. Adair always wants to pet all the things. I don't blame him. We're all a little gay for Adair, as we all well know. Okay, I think we're done around here. Let's go take a look at the city view. And yes, lords get stupendously huge mounts, lords and ladies. So yes, a smaller size. I don't know if you can go for a full-size Drake. I don't know if you can go for a full-size Drake. Who was that who requested it? Phoenix. You can certainly have a worm, a baby dragon. You can have a small-size exotic pet or a medium-sized regular pet. So you can have like a tiger because they're common by the standards of Krayven's Town, and you can have a larger one. But if you want something exotic or fantastic, it'd be a little one. It'd be a little one. The Krayven. The Krayven's Town Health Service, Lila, Councillor Lila, didn't know what the KHS is. Oh my word, oh my word. Tut tut. Damn Brood, I took my arm. Alright, Phoenix has a tiger, jolly good. Queen's Birth, straight to the Gullets, Pariki's Overlook. I reckon while we've got Seraphim in the party, we'll nip to the Gullet so we can get to the Undercroft. Huh? Alright. Why can't we go straight there? Why is it telling me if I want to leave the... Oh, shit. Whoops. I haven't actually left. I was like, why is the world map not letting me leave? And it's like, well, obviously...
Keep your voices down, my cullies.
Huh? What's going on here? Spare record... Oh, they're just little beggar children. I thought they were getting up to all kinds of naughty shenanigans. I've been poorly. Yes, you've been treated by the KHS. True facts. Yes, now we can actually travel over there. Oh, hello, an encounter. May I suggest this sentient jazz cabbage? Yes, that you'd like a plant-like pet. Yes, we do have... if you want to have a triffid, you can, but you have to keep it below a certain size, depending on the rank of your citizenship. Death by nutshot. Oh, good lord. A sentient jazz cabbage is my new favourite thing ever. Josh, that's awesome. Is that the jazz? I can get that. For the love of goodness, mop up the piss. We do have another stream of Civ 5 coming up, courtesy of Darkens. But I have to admit, I'm looking forward to a bit more oxygen not included as well. But let's see what we've got here. An encounter in the city. Feed me, Seymour. Don't crash. Alright, I'll press continue. Oh, interesting. Okay, hang on, folks. Hopefully it's just again going to take a little while to load. Ah, there we go. This is a million... Why are so many of the quotes surrounding oxygen not included to do with piss? God's sake. You lot are disgraceful. You're wandering through the streets when a man approaches you, cutting through the crowd. Yes, look at this crowded street. You've never seen him, but the look in his eye suggests that he recognizes you. Okay. Oh yes, oxygen not included because the AI in it is a little bit special. Watcher, let me through. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Don't announce that to all the plebs, mate. Let's keep that Watcher thing between us. We've obviously found where we landed the first time we were doing oxygen not included, and some of the gems I came up with, you bone-eyed little wankstain, yes. A meadow folk man emerges from the crowd, red-faced and wild-haired. He pays no mind to the irritated pedestrians glowering. What a great word, glowering. His bright eyes are fixed on you. You're looking... Oh, hello. You're looking fervent as always, Lathan. Jyoti juts her chin in brusque greeting. In response, the missionary puffs out a breath. Oh, it's one of, it's probably one of these Gorn people. He keeps jumping into that freaking dick. Which Hollow Knight? Oh, yeah. I'll have a bow truckle. That's smaller. What's a bow truckle? Adair points affably in approval. I'll pro Earthazens. Okay. Suppose that was a compliment coming from you. Indeed, I strive to follow the light and godliness. I bet that bothers Palagina. Course it was. Oh, sorry, let's do Jyoti's voice. Course it was. I mean, why wouldn't it be? Jyoti's words speak to innocent, but her grin is too rough, too wolfish. How much oxygen do you little shits need? Well, like I said, it's not included. All of it, all the oxygen. No, they get a small sample. They get minimum oxygen. They can hold their breath for a very long time. Then allow me to return the gesture. I'd say you seem darker than usual, Harvester. It shrouds you, all that death and heresy. Oh, I wonder if that's going to be a knock-on from the fact we kind of completed her companion quest. Reckon I'll hold my tongue from now on. Jyoti immediately bristles. Ignoring her hard scowl, Lathan resettles his gaze on you. That was a quite a good one for Fallout. I think oh yeah, we were going through that nuclear area in Lonesome Road that I just hit with a warhead, and all my sperm were dying because it was stupidly radioactive. You're the one what saw the miracle when Aethys rose at Cad Nua. Aura and conviction quiver in his voice. Cad knew it was my castle, and that knobben destroyed it. Option 1, yes. Option 2, which is an insight check, and you must be Lathan. You left Hasongo just before Aethys arrived. 3, his rising was a tragedy. Every other man, woman, and child at the keep died. So tempted to say that. 4, that depends on who's asking. Or 5, when the god of rebirth himself was reborn. A marvellous thing. I would like to say option 3, but we have a skill check here, which doesn't commit me pro or against the Aethasians, and I am always skill check first if I can. So you must be Lathan. You left Hasongo just before Aethys arrived. I knew it. Our paths were meant to cross. Oh my god, stop. Why are you religious types always seeking meaning in every last random coincidence? Our people talk highly of you. It's no wonder Aethys chose you to witness his return. That's why I'm hoping you can help. The tiniest flicker of doubt dances across his face. He banishes it with a deep breath and launches into his tale. I've been having strange dreams. A wheel that spins and spins. An orchard of koiki trees, each grown from the fallen fruit of the last. He scratches at his whiskered chin. Then, the spokes of the wheel break apart. The trees stop growing, fruit falls and rots until the ground is covered with festering, stinking pulp. Okay. Weird. Probably, Josh, yeah. Okay, option 1, why are you telling me? Option 2, dreams are the sleeping mind at play. No sense in getting worked up. Very tempted to say that. Krayven's very much pragmatic. I'll be diplomatic towards the religious, but I tend more towards Krayven tends more towards Palagina's point of view. 3, there must be meaning behind this. Nope. 4, shrug. 5, somebody's been snacking before bedtime. Or 6, get to the point already. Now, although I say that, in this fantasy world, dreams do have meaning in certain instances. Prophecies and actual communications with deities can be passed on with dreams. It's not like in our world where dreams are just dreams. To be honest, there must be meaning. Dreams a sleeping mind at play. Somebody's being sarcastic. We'll get to the point. I'd say get to the point, but why are you telling me is a more polite way to say that. Why are you telling me? You have been touched by the gods, born with their mark. Oh, God. Because my race is godlike. Okay, fine. I've got to think you of all people can understand what this means. Besides, he gnaws at his lip. In these dreams, I also see you. At the center of the wheel, in the middle of the orchard. You were there when Aethys rose, and you seem to follow every place he's been. Yes, 'cause I'm trying to get my soul back, you pain ass. He works his mouth into a fretful pout as he gets to the crux of his concerns. Hey, welcome back, normal fan. Dogs needed me for a second. Hey, floof some pets first, always. Even with IRL first. Of your IRL things, putting your pets first. Much respect. We like that. Aethys has always meant rebirth and redemption. But so much death follows in his wake. Both in the Saints' War and now here again. His wide eyes are full of questions. Okay, I've been a little bit harsh on him, but he's having some doubts based on like the colossal amount of atrocity that keeps going on, which is, you know, valid. Is this what I sound like? Oh, is this what I sound like? Adair gives you a guilty grimace. He turns towards Lathan. Friend, I'd love to buy you a drink if it'd help. He shakes his head, the anxiety mounting behind his eyes. I need to know what this means, please. Lila like that, I don't doubt it. Option 1, there are no easy answers. 2, why are you coming to me with this? I never asked to speak to anyone. Speak for anyone. 3, death and rebirth are part of the same cycle. You can't have one without the other. Or 4, I don't think Aethys intends any harm. Or 5, he's caused a lot of suffering. So, right, the main question we're getting asked here is, what is the meaning behind this dream of the wheel spinning and spinning and spinning and then the wheel falling apart? Stagnation. Essentially, there's a theme of stagnation, no more cycle of death and rebirth. It just falls apart, and at the center of it is myself. The only thing that actually seems to answer his question is option 3. Death and rebirth are part of the same cycle. You can't have one without the other. 4, I don't think Aethys intends any harm. Possibly true for what Aethys himself has said. He's not actively trying to cause harm. He knows he can't help it, and he's willing to just do it for his own ends, though. So it's not so much he doesn't intend any harm. He's not actively just going out of his way to be harmful, but he'll have it suit his means. This doesn't truly fit. He's caused a lot of suffering, or there are no easy answers, is just rather trivial statements. This is a bit harsh. The 3 is the only one that gives any kind of answer of a kind that's relative to the question he asked. But like this, so chaotic, so violent. He shakes his head. He's got Matthew McConaughey vibes. Let this man do what he wants. The dream is about trucking. We always... Oh, yes, indeed. I feel dirty after typing that. Sorry, everyone. We'll forgive you, Josh. My people followed Aethys to war once. Yes, the Saints' War. I wonder sometimes if we failed him when we lost. Or if we did that in the moment we laid a hand to blade. Please... You've seen more than anyone. You've got to have some idea of what it all means and how to make sense of it. Oh, wow. We've got like 7 options here. Arik, thank you so much for the 10 biddies.
Felt like some random bitting.
I appreciate you doing the random bitting here. Thank you for dropping the 10. I do sincerely appreciate it. Option 1. I can't tell you how to respond. You have to figure this out for yourself. True, but a bit of a cop-out. Or a bit of a... puts the onus back on him. I shouldn't define it as a cop-out. It could turn out to be the best answer. 2. Don't rely on custom to drive your faith, or you'll make the same mistakes as before. That's true. That's not dismissing his faith, but it's like, don't rely on custom and tradition. 3. I don't know what it means, but I trust there's a higher purpose to the gods' actions, including Aethys. I'm not sure if that's the case for Krayven, as in character Krayven, as opposed to myself. 4. Even gods must answer for their crimes. Aethys is no exception. Again, this isn't really answering for what it means. This dream was that the wheel falls apart, stagnation happens, and I'm in the middle of the wheel. 5. The gods aren't the only means to greater understanding. Together, Kith can achieve much. Just look at animancy. I don't think that's for someone who fought on that side of the Saints' War. They want to hear much about animancy. 6. Your faith and way of life has kept your people together through war and famine. Hold on to them. Or 7. The Dawn Stars have survived because of the community they formed. You don't need Aethys for that. Well, the Dawn Stars aren't anything without Aethys, really. I mean, that's their god, their thingy. Biddy. So for me, job, I got asked the following question. Please select the image of the most aesthetically pleasing penis location. What? What, you play pin the cock on the Ken doll or something? Here's marker. That's... What? Remind me what your job is? What I felt doty for. Big heck. Oh, 2 seconds, right. Let me just see if an auto... Did an auto mod kick in for you there, Josh? No. I'm not getting any please allow a thing. No auto mod kicked up. That's weird. A little bit of everything. Your job is a little bit of everything. Well, that is very specific. That's all good. Excellent. Please be nothing with children. Please be nothing with children. Oh, God. Yeah, that's a fair question, Lily. A fair concern, rather. The thing is, none of these answer the meaning of his dream or try and give an idea of what it is. It's just like, here's how you should go about living your life. It doesn't answer... Or he goes, I need to have some idea of what it all means. You just mean in general? Right now I'm judging photographs. Okay. The most pleasing location for a penis? I think that's very subjective. Even in a photograph. Even the gods must answer for their crimes. Not number 1. The Dawn Stars, you don't need Aethys for that. No, that's not the case. It's been a case of both. They wouldn't have a community without the thing. Your faith and way of life has kept your people together through war and famine. Hold on to them. Valid, but generic. Animancy isn't going to really work for him. Blaming the gods in the rage. I have to admit, even gods must answer for their crimes, but that's sort of anti-Aethasian. I trust there's a higher purpose. That's pro-Aethasian. I'm going pragmatic. Don't rely on custom to drive your faith, or you'll make the same mistakes as before. That feels right. That feels right. I mean, it might not be, but that's just... It just feels true to the character. True to my character. Sounds downright sensible when you put it that way. Okay, good. Phew. Lathan nods, letting this sink in. I do that often. Rarely of penises, or is it peni, penasia, whatever the plural of penises is. Probably literally the word penises. In the following image, the size. Oh, good God. That's. Oh. That's Hindu shit. Yeah, Lila, exactly. I believe the plural is a flock. Or a garden. Like Mr. Garrison's book in South Park. A garden of penises. I both do and really don't want to know what on earth this is to do. We can gloss over this before it gets too graphic. A gaggle. A plethora. I like the alliteration. A plethora of peni. Okay. I won't keep you, but you give me a lot to think about. Thank you. He turns away. Okay, cool. Seems like that was a sensible decision. Well, that was an interesting little encounter again. A little bit of sort of pure roleplay. We'll go nip on over to the gullet. Okay, can we actually do it the rest of the way now? Awesome. A menagerie. Penises aren't animals, my word. But now I'm curious, what is more aesthetically pleasing to you? His marker, please answer that for Lila in a whisper. If you do, yeah. As a preference before it gets a bit too sordid. I once looked at satellite photos of ISIS-controlled cities marking roadblocks for NGOs. Wow. That is shifting gears considerably from... it's alright, Lila. There's no criticism there. I just thought I'd get in there before it went any further. That's compared to what you're having to do right now, his marker, that's a very important thing. Very important thing. Okay, so we're back in. This is the gullet.
Can you be learning me how to do that big blue sword thing?
You mean teaching
Is this one of those colourful pirate expressions?
Nay, gods, nay. We're literal as a dear wooden score, ma'am.
In that case, no.
Palagina's a boss. It's like, no, you can't learn like paladin power tricks, dick. Right. Well, we got to go into the Narrows. This is the way to the sort of the black market of Nekataka. What's an NGO to someone who is... Oh, Lila, stop me that. You're not thick as two short planks. I can't actually remember what it is. I know the term, but I can't remember off the top of my head, and I'm extremely smart and modest. Return to the Darkness and Scholar of the Alleys, explore the Narrows, Dario's hideout. No, we'll go to Delver's Row. Yeah, Delver's Row is the black market, and then I think the Undercroft is connected to that. We're gonna pop in to see Mad Marina, but I'll have to check the quest before that. We ended up stumbling across Mad Marina earlier and fighting her and her whole crew to the death, but that was when I just wanted to find out what would happen if we did, and I reloaded to save again later, so it undid all of that happening. Non-governmental organisation. A lot of groups who do charity work or charity-related things out, especially in like war-torn countries and stuff like that. They're listed as NGOs. There's a lot of that stuff going on. That's where I remember it from. What I think, yeah, non-government organisation. I think that's more, certainly, I think that's correct, or more or less correct. Ernesto Supplies. Yeah, the Undercroft. Here's where we are. Right, I think we're allowed to safely cross the bridge now, because we did a thing for Dario. So now we're sort of in good. We're in well with the criminals and rastabouts of the black market. Sorry, this region has got a lot of dynamic lighting going on. It's chugging up the system a little bit. Well, it doesn't chug up my system on its own, but it does when I stream. Again, no one's any stranger to the various...
What is it you want? We want a shrubbery!
Okay, we can safely cross. That's why is the favourable of the government, yes. Hello, Phoenix. I didn't think you'd left. Let me. All right, I'm just going to check this journal entry. So there's two factions. Just a bit of context. There's two factions to the Principi. There's the old Valian, the old Principi, which is the ones we got introduced to. And they seemed on the level and first and more responsible. It turns out that they're sort of all infighting and secretly dabbling in slavery, even though it's illegal in the Principe. And then we have the new ones, and there's this rival captain who Seraphon, who's in the party right now, isn't that keen on. So where's the one Mad Marina? Is in here somewhere. It should show up somewhere. Shrewd. I think it's a shrewd proposition. No, that's the slavers of Crookspur. Last Sanctuary. I think it's just called Bounty Katren. It's not skipping ahead. Where's it gone? I think it's goods. Yeah, goods and services. So let's just catch up here. I received a letter from Captain Aldis. She knows I dealt with Benweth, her second in command, and now she wants to see me at Fort Deadlight, and we did that. And then we speak with Captain Aldis at Fort Deadlight, and she's now a rival to Captain Ferrante, who's the #1 seat on the Council of Pirates. Oh, who's going to come out? Who's going to come out? Phoenix, congratulations. Pretty sure it's one of those in for a penny. Exactly. I'm just sort of being delicate about it, Josh. But yeah, dabbling. Yeah, little bit of ivory trading. It's just a little thing on the side. I should look for Aldous' subordinate Mad Marina, so I'm ending up working my way down the ranks. But yeah, Seraphon is a recommended companion for this, which means you'll obviously have some additional dialogue and blurb to sort of flesh out whatever's going to happen. Right, so we've got access to the Undercroft. We'll go down. But yes, when it comes to buying in fantasy or real life, when it comes to sort of buying and selling slaves, I don't think there's really half measures. Once you've done it, you kind of cross the bridge, really. Remember to stay hydrated, folks. Stay hydrated, stay hydrated. Now then. Oh, it's still chugging along a little bit. That's rather frustrating. I think she's in here. Cargo storage. Smuggler's Fort. Yeah, we came out here last time in Ancient Huana Temple. It's the main dock. It's the holding pen. There's Boar in there. Yeah, the cargo storage. I think that's where she is located. I think I'm allowed to run through here now without being accosted by the pirates. Well, the smugglers, I should say. Let's speed things up a little. Josh, congrats! You did. You did. Oh, some dialogue. Grimhand, Deerog's crew ain't been back in weeks. Maybe the floating hangman got him. Oh, dearie me. Yeah, because when we were sneaking through here... Oh, come on with the stuttering. When we were sneaking through here, everything was hostile. Had a lot of hiding to do. Did I uncover everything? Yeah, most of this area I've already looted. Right, let's get them to about there. We'll turn off fast forward. That's sort of chugging everything up a little. Drop a quick save in. Oh, shit. I meant to turn that one off. Why is that not pausing? That's weird. So I just realised I've got to go into the timers and turn that command off. Let's see, special effects. We'll turn that timer off there. Oh, is it hunting time? Is it hunting time? Exclamation hunt in the chat. Exclamation mark hunt in chat. Right, timers, September, nope, what was it? Timer SE, where's it gone? Where's it gone? Right, half a second. Sorry folks, I've just got to make sure I turn it off in more than one place, and I don't know why it wasn't showing up here, unless I had it in a different category. Alright. Turn that one off. Oh yeah, and the timer bit is up here as well. That was why. Okay, that's better. That's better. Hunt in the chat. Hunt in the chat. Hunt in the chat. Well, command hunt, obviously. Let's go. Let's go. Let's do it. We've already got... Oh, wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2 more to summon a Cliff Haunted Brood and a few more to have a chance of winning. Or at least better than a minimal chance. Come on, frame rate. There we are. Okay, that's better. Right, I think she's in here, unless she's in the pirate fort. Can't say I know your crew. Where the... Oh, Christ on a cracker. Smugglers. Oh, she's up here. She's up here. The bitch. Let's go, boys. Well, if we get a Stonecrusher Phoenix, I'm feeling confident. If we have just enough for a Cliff Haunter Brood, we might do less well. But as many hunters as we can get. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's Leroy Jenkins that stuff. Oh, Edgy's in. Edgy's in. Can we get a few more? Can we get a few more? Lurkers, folks hanging out in the background. You got time to do exclamation mark hunt? Oh, is it? Oh, not confident. Oh, shit. Just enough to summon them. Not enough to beat them. That's 12 summonings, 3 victories. We're now down to beating them only 1 in 4 times. Hey, no worries. Again, it's awesome so many people are taking part. Right. A sorcerer, any of those actual named people, cutthroat. You are a cutthroat and you're a thug. Wow, sounds like quite the welcome party. Ah, here we go. So this is actually technically the first time meeting her. The captain of the Tidebreaker stands stiff-backed before you, looming despite her lack of height. Yes, she's a dwarf woman. Her hard-muscled legs spread solidly apart, and she splays thick, calloused hands over her hips. She regards you with a heavy gaze, her chin tipped high. Everything about this woman implies stocky, fierce, solid presence. It's great writing. It's great writing. Ah, it's okay, Josh. We'll grow you some new ones.
And who or what do we have here?
Oh, listen to that pirate voice. Stubby fingers grind impatiently towards the flintlock tucked into her belt.
Well, I see it. You've got 2 options. You can tell me who sent you, or I can feed you the shaft of my gun.
If Evil Jess was still here, she would literally be straight in with that feed you the shaft line. Oh, the Lily, there's no I owe my command. That only goes off for 69 bits, mate. My leg, I can't feel my leg. Oh, wow. But the Cliff Haunter Brood is regularly ripping us to bits. Oh, hello. Insight 5. Interesting. Morena's features are harsh, cutting. Her hair is drawn up into a large braid on the top of her head. Feathers and bits of bone, teeth and phalanges wrapped with ribbon, jut from tresses that gleam like red wine in the low light. You don't doubt she'd follow through on her threat, or try to. Yes, okay, so she doesn't bluff. And she's called Mad Morena for a reason. She's kind of insane. Let's see. I've come to assist you as a favour to Captain Aldis, or Enoi told me to find you. Now, Enoi, this is one of the options for feeding the Undercroft, the Gullets, but this is doing it through smugglers, the criminal way, which I don't want to do, which is I'm not one taking Enoi, I want to do that through the Prince, if I can. We don't have, even Streetwise is not high enough. Even with a party assist, that's surprising. With a party assist, we should be above 6. I heard there was business being done down here and thought I'd bring a donation. It's very clever. Retreat hands up, took a wrong turn, that's all. If we literally did, she'd just shoot us in the face. Or I could do 5, no one sent me, just have piss poor security, but again, that would start a fight. I've come to assist you as a favour to Captain Aldis.
She always has the most lovely and interesting sorts vying for her attention.
I'm not vying for her attention, I'm helping myself.
You ain't so different in that regard.
Mad Morena grins wolfishly, all teeth. That is then a wolfish grin. Heck yeah, I'm peckish or not like that. Oh, good lord, Josh. Yeah, no worries, Lila. He's dragged back by my tiger. Who wants to help me name my tiger?
Lots of quarters.
Random fact, I am trying to write my first non-boring novel for NaNoWriMo this year. Hopefully I can make something interesting.
Resident Jintus, thank you so much for the 25 biddies and good luck with that. Yes, it's around that time of year. Is it NaNoWriMo or NaNoWriMo? Obviously the text-to-speak lady pronounced it a certain way. Thank you kindly. Tony the Tiger, Stripes the Tiger, Fang the Tiger. Yes, folks, can we get some suggestions for tiger names in the chat? What do you think's a good tiger name? Especially like a Cravenstown themed tiger name. Let's get a few of those in there. So far we've got Stripes, Tony, and Fang. I like Fang. Fang's pretty cool. Alright.
Say I happen to have a fella wanting for a full ship.
Oh my god!
But I have no idea to sell.
Alright, I'll wait for all of that until the dialogue stops. Oh, my nana lag. I don't know why that brought up the for renewing your citizenship, because that was Arik. Arik, thank you so much for gifting citizenship to Jinta. And yes, citizens, hit that legit, hit that legit, hit that legit. Indeed, indeed. Jinta, lovely to have you back. And Fool Eater, that's a good tiger name. Yes, there might be some tiger names in amongst the legits, and some spinning as well. Jinta, welcome back to the ranks of the citizenry. You're not just legit, you're Cravenstown legit. Enjoy the use once again of your emotes. And of course, use that legit as you see fit all over Twitch. You know why it's unique, because you can't get it anywhere else. Hit that legit when we get new citizens. Wave that welcome when we get new residents. Next, wave your Cravenstown town flag loud and proud every time you chat. You're on a gold one. You're on a 9-monther. That's, I don't know if that's a Twitch baby or it's gone past it and it's your 10th or something. But either way, enjoy the gold flag. We don't have too many of them. Most people have got a few, or they're sort of getting into red flag club. So welcome and enjoy this shiny gold. Formerly, this used to be the 1-year one till they introduced 9 months. Wave it loud and proud every time you chat. You'll be able to enter the Citizens giveaway. I'm afraid it was already today, because today is the first stream of November. So the next subs only giveaway, Citizens giveaway, will be the first stream of December, so do your best not to miss that. 8 PM UK time, I'll announce it, as I did on Discord plenty. I would have put it on Twitter as well, but I just had too much going on this weekend. You will regain your access to Citizens Towers, because I know you're already in Cravenstown, and you have your Twitch and your Discord linked. But Claudia's a good pun. Claudia is a good pun. I can't endorse Claudia. It's a fantastic pun, but I can't endorse the name for personal reasons. But regardless, I do appreciate a good pun. But yeah, feel free not to call it Claudia, because I will never ever reference it if you do. And yes, last but by no means least, my undying appreciation and gratitude to you for your ongoing consistent support, your awesome lore writing with legends, and your fact bringing, and to Arik for your 5th gifted citizenship already. Claudia is right. Well, I will never ever ever, I'm almost tempted to give an absolute veto to that, but I certainly won't be calling it any of that. Okay, Fool Eater. Fool Eater's good. Fool Eater's good. It's badass. It's got a measure to it. Cuddles is a good name for a tiger. Sort of ironic name. Say I happen to have a fella wanting for a full shipment of crude luminous Adra, but I have no Adra to sell.
Loot me no less than 3 crates, and I'll be, let's say, better inclined to do you a favour.
I love the not at all subtle way she's putting that. Murder mittens is quite cool.
If you're a particularly daring sort, you might snatch it from under their noses.
Whose noses exactly?
Them Valiant trading precocks have a stockpile of it in their mill in Queen's Berth.
Oh, that's troublesome, because they want me to deal with the pirates, and she wants me to now act against them.
Otherwise,
shite.
You could raid them in shallow waters as they ship it in.
Best make room for a shipment of luminous Adra then. Alright, well, I'll think about it. I'm not committing to that just yet. The captain smiles wickedly, a mad cast darkening her features. Oh dear.
Well, regale me.
Ulog's been killed, meaning Arapari will starve without the food he smuggled into the gullet. Punch her in the mouth. Oh, I love that option. Just punch her in the mouth. Oh, my, I really like murder mittens. And Jinta, how's life treating you, mate? What's that? It's not whether you get knocked down, it's whether you get... okay, yep. Very positive. That's all good. It's the best option I've ever seen. It's good, isn't it, Josh? It's very good. Punch her in the mouth. You know, actually, yeah, I'm curious. Do you know Dario? I don't know how much the Undercroft is connected to the Delver's Row, but probably somewhat.
Of course. He's my landlubbery contact in the gullet.
Landlubbly, that's a great turn of phrase, landlubbly, an adjective of landlubber.
Once he was a master sailmaker. Lots of Principe crews vied for him, but he lost his footing in the rigging one day.
Oh, now that's cool. Didn't know that side of things, but it makes sense why he gave us some unique sails and why he had a sort of fidgety hands. After that,
mistake sailors make only once.
Oh, she's actually almost somber and serious for a second there.
He shattered both legs.
Oh.
Was Elia's mercy that he broke nothing more. But after that he lost his taste for the sea.
Don't blame him.
Know what makes you a pirate, Lafsome?
Option 1, a blackened heart and insatiable lust for plunder. That's a good answer. 2, I'll bet you're going to tell me. 3, shake your head. I have to admit, given how brutal and insane she is, I'm half tempted to say this first one because it's a good joke. It is a good laugh. A blackened heart and an insatiable lust for plunder?
Sailing. It's sailing what makes you a right pirate. Sure, plundering too, but leave the seas and you leave the Principe.
She grins. Okay, she at least saw the funny side of it. I see. Now, this is a bit riskier to say, but it might give me some insight into her stance on Ferrante. She's probably quite anti him because she's more modern and new. She's younger. She's also clearly insane, like ridiculously kind of aggressive. And she's trying to side with Aldis, who's the one of the new Principe trying to push out people like Ferrante. Congratulations, Phoenix, in the duel. Well done, well done, well done. What was that? It's been rough. Oof, Jinta says, one of my officers... Oh my god. One of your officers shot someone and isn't dealing with the stress from it. Do you just mean like just generally in combat or like by accident or something? Was it an accident on a firing range or was it actually in a hot zone? I'm trying to get him the mental health support, but it's hard and I don't think they deserve help. Yeah, that's a real tricky thing to deal with. Now, this is an interesting thing because this isn't necessarily so much something you're directly dealing with your own mental health, but in terms of how to get the help for someone else. If you want to ask suggestions on that in the clinic, you can do. I'd always preface it with I don't doubt the responses you get, none of them will be coming from qualified therapists and input, and no doubt you're talking to people fully qualified to give you the right info. But if there's perhaps folks who can relate to it or respond to if they're having trouble or when they've had troubles in the past, how they've liked to be spoken to, or how the way that someone approached them that got a response from them after something particularly traumatizing. I can't say anyone will necessarily be able to reply to that because it'd be hard to dig up the courage, but you don't necessarily, just regarding the clinic and the mental health advocacy side of the channel, it doesn't have to be the only things you're dealing with. It can be on behalf of other people you can ask. So do feel free to put that in the clinic if you find it might be helpful, just to relate it to other people and friends as you're part of the community. Oh, you're next. But yeah, just so you know, you can do that, man. Perhaps this, I'm only going to ask this. Perhaps Ferrante would disagree with you because the character would kind of want to use this as a way to find out where she stands.
Aye, but Aldi's wouldn't. And she's the only other captain what matters to me.
Fair play.
You don't see me flying Ferrante's flag now, do you?
Or is it Ferrante? I thought it was Ferrante.
My loyalty lies with the new blood, the future, and the strength of the Principe.
Alright, I'll be on my way. She dips her chin in a gruff nod farewell. Well, we can now come and go through here without being murdered to death. That's something. Domestic issue. Oh, wow. You know, wait, no, has been caught up. Jesus Christ. So he did it. He didn't hesitate, and he exercised his duty when all other options had failed. I mean, no doubt that's been explained to him and everything else, but yes, he did exactly what was expected of him, but there's the reality.
Whatever plan you have to ingratiate yourself to these pirates cannot come at the cost of the company's luminous Adra mill.
Ah, interesting. Now, but yeah, that's a hell of a thing, Jinta. Jesus, it was yeah, it sounds like a absolute clusterfuck. Well, obviously, and if you're obviously like dealing with, no doubt, the stress of that and how to handle that, you know, you've got a place where you can vent about it, talk about it. But yeah, the mental health advocacy we do is definitely not just for first-hand issues. It can be where you're trying to get advice on perhaps how to help others, by all means, as an important part of why it's there. And as the community grows, more people can hopefully be able to have input or have relatable experiences of how someone approached them to offer them help, or how they've helped others, etc. Yeah, I mean, he certainly sounds like a dutiful guy. It's a hell of a thing to execute your duty in such an ultimate situation. But yeah, can appreciate the difficulty of that, Jinta, man. Yeah, just if you need it, what we can do is there. Now, this is interesting. This little dialogue thing that's happened right here, because this is literally the first example of where a companion, a major party member, a full companion with their own quest, has a direct conflict with something we're about to do. This is also tricky because Serafen is pro-Principi, so Palagina is pro-Valiant Trading Company and Serafen is pro-Principi. If we go in favour of one, she'll dislike us more. If we go in favour of the other, he'll dislike us. Now, I prefer Palagina over Serafen. She's going to be one of my primary party members. He isn't, except in circumstances where a cipher is essential. However, Serafen is pro-Principi, but he's not pro-Aldis. He's more loyal to the old Principi, like Ferrante. In fact, Captain Aldis, was someone he actively dislikes. Oh, Phoenix, wow. Okay, well, that's cool. I appreciate you opening up your DMs. There's never any obligation for anyone to open up their DMs unless they feel they can. But if you know someone who directly went through that and can relay something, and that's helpful, that's nice of you to offer. And thank you, Josh. That's kind. What do we do here? Well, we'll see. I can be completely non-committless. We've got 1, 2, 3. Calm her down. So option 1, relax. I have no intention of stealing from the luminous Adramil. I mean, I really don't. I'm not especially keen on the Principi. The more I get to know them, they're either insane pirates, like the new Principi are principled but really, really violent and dangerous, and the old Principi are sort of more reasonable, but they're also seemingly more corrupt. I don't really favour the VTC that much either, but again, they seem better than the Principi the more I get to know them. The company's luminous Adramil. Thing is, if I say this now, I didn't really have much intention to do this. I'm almost tempted to grass her back up, but I'm not quite sure. The pirates cannot come at the cost of the company's luminous Adramil. Oh, I don't know what to say here. Definitely not number 3, but 2 or 1. I have a feeling she'll still react negatively if I do anything but number 1. But if I do number 1, it'll probably piss off Serafen. Normal fan, no worries, we'll catch you later. Thanks so much for being here. It's lovely to see you again. FYI, this week's coming schedule will be the usual Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday, starting at 7 PM GMT. So the next stream will be tomorrow, Mela Monday, with more of Fallout New Vegas, Lonesome Road DLC. So perhaps catch you then, or until we next catch you. Have a lovely time, have a lovely week, and cheers for being here. Goodbye. I want to see how things play. I mean, I really want to see how things play out. I don't know what the VTC have planned. I really don't want to help the pirates, but I don't want to commit myself to saying I definitely won't. I mean, what I really want to do is just go back to Ferrante or deal with this Crookspur thing. Oh, this is warring with me. So we've got the slavers in Crookspur, and that's anti-Ferrante. I want to hear Aldis's additional proposition. We've got another thing to go and talk to her about. Seraphim doesn't like her at all, but he's pro-Principi. But Palagina's already put me on the spot here of what's pro the VTC. No worries, normal fan. Oh yes, that's that quote, "Hey bitch, remember me," was when we came across Millabelle. Soaking in the hot springs after robbing 4,000 of my lumps.
Oh, what a day! What a lovely day!
Oh, hunt time! Let's go hunting. Squeeze in one more hunt, everybody. Squeeze in one more hunt. If you're just about to head off, you can do a hunt. You can manage a hunt. The thing is, I haven't actually committed to saying I would rob this. That's the thing. She's piping up saying, you however you're planning to ingratiate yourself, it can't come. I never said to Aldis I'd take the thing. I said I'll go and think about it. So I'll say, well, we'll see.
I warn you, if you act against the Valiant Trading Company, I will make your actions known.
She jabs a finger in your direction before shaking her head and turning away. Oh, I bet that did me no fucking favours at all with my reputation with her. Oh, wrong screen. I think she would have left on the spot. So if I do rep, I bet that was a real negative. Yeah, frickin' she doesn't like me already. Because, what was it? I think I was anti-Principi. Yeah, so Maya is already like -1 with me. Oh, hang on. That's not. Where's me? Where's me? Right, so she actually no, I get on well with all my companions so far. Yeah, I got a -1. If I had said you may not have escaped, it may have escaped your notice, but I don't give a toss about the VTC. That would have been like a -3, because I've done this one that was dutiful. This one was anti-religious. Yeah, so generally when I talk about my dutifulness, that sort of helps. But I've noticed the negative ones seem to have a much heavier weighting, even a single point, than the positive ones. It's a pity, like the Druid and Seraphim really like me, but the only people from my main party who really like me is Adair. And Aloth is like, I'm all over the place with him. What is it he didn't like there? Irresponsibility. It says, what if you didn't collect souls anymore? What's irresponsible about that? Proud. Yeah, he doesn't like sort of arrogance. See, I think you mean good job. Yeah, he really hates tradition. Yeah, he didn't like seeing me hold my hand over the flame. I've done little things to improve my rep with him, but like some major mistakes. Gosh darn it. Anyway, that wasn't the worst thing ever with Palagina, so I think we'll commit to that. That's fine. Yo, Citizen... Oh, my word again! We keep summoning them. Yo, Jamie M, how you doing, man? Nice to see you in here in the chat. And thank you for any and all lurking since I last caught you. How have you been? I do hope one as well, and you've had a nice weekend. We have a fair number. We do indeed. That magical number. Oh, we keep getting... Can you show your relationship with Aloth? Yeah, there you go. For some reason, I've just got the a crappy one with him. My leg. I can't feel my leg. Oh, never mind. That leg begons to decadency. Fool Eater drags me home. I do like that as a name for a tiger. All right. We'll try and... What's the fastest way out of this shithole? Ancient Johanna Temple. No, we're not going back through that feckin' thing. Back up to here, right, we're gonna, sorry, this is gonna clunk along a little bit, we'll fast forward it, get out of Delver's Row again. What are we doing time-wise? I think we actually would need to go back to Mad Marina and decide whether I'm gonna take that job or not. Unless it already got added to my... I think it already got added to the quest log. I just haven't committed that I was definitely going to do it. Let's see. Was it a shrewd proposition? Oh no, that's the slaver one again. The lighted path. What was it called? It's goods and services, wasn't it? It must have just, yeah, it must have just updated. What does it say now? Yeah, obtain 3 crates of crude luminous adra. Didn't commit to doing it though. Didn't commit to doing it. Alright, anyway, we're done in this chunky, overly resource intensive area for the time being, so we can go back out to Delver's Row. We haven't had one fight yet. I'm thinking we'll go to the Sacred Stair, hopefully at the right time, and claim a bounty that's sat right there now that we're a lot tougher and are more equipped to deal with it. We'll head back to the Narrows. Arik Drake runs drills with his Drake. Jinta turns on salt lamp to heal my wounds. Something about this doesn't seem right, I say as I stare down at my missing fingers. Heads off to find actual medical attention. Loving the roleplay efforts, folks. They're excellent. And Callie grows to a large size and carries the rest of the hunters back. Yes, Darkens does have his enormous demon cat that can go to pretty much any size he wants within like the reason laws of physics or Cravenstown physics. Let's go straight back to the gullet. Put my new robo leg on as I replace my left arm with a robo arm. Of course, don't forget, folks, that if you get tired of your robotic or cybernetic limbs, I mean, the cybernetic ones look pretty cool, and not the sort of clunky tech priest stuff you see in 40k. You can get vat-grown stem cell versions, and you can swap them in and out. You can have your robo limbs for hunting, have some quick laser surgery to swap them in, get the nerve endings back. We know how to reattach and regrow nice new nerves for you so that they can survive the repeated cauterizations. Where's the quickest way out of here? Back to Nekataka is there. Much dueling. Now, hopefully we can go in every direction at all times. So let's turn off the old fast forward. The Sacred Stair. We've got a few bits of business over here. Take 2 hours from where we are. Yeah, whoops, had to cross all over the gullet again onto the bridge, but we're there. There's a bounty here. We'll at least get a scrap in. And then we'll go to the story portion. The story portion. Back in a second. Beverages be required. Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen. Do stay hydrated. It is very easy to forget in the winter as the cooler weather rolls around and you don't notice your parched throat. And you're not sweating. You can last a little longer, but you can still get thirsty. Darkens, do you have spare chicken? I on Darkens feed Callie some person who tried to break in earlier as a treat for helping. Yes, we do get troublemakers and rastabouts. Honestly, Darkens, those Cravenstown Girl Scouts were just asking if you wanted to buy cookies. The enforcers gunned them down. You should really turn off your enforcers from kill all approaches on sight. And now I have to write a letter of apology to those Girl Scouts families. God damn it. Can I have a moment of your time? Of course.
I know someone who works in this tower. An animancer named Joccolo.
Joccolo?
I'd like to see him if we could.
Is his name Juice Joccolo? Animancer Gigolo. Option 1, I don't see why not. 2, as long as it's quick. 3, I'm hunting a god, not tending to your social schedule. I'm guessing perhaps this is the start of her companion quest. Alright, I don't see why not.
Agrasim. It should not take long. I have not seen him in many years and I wanted to thank him.
What?
You feeling alright, Pelagina? You sure you don't mean yell at him?
Oh, Adair's got a good point. She's never overly, even when she's never really a happy person. In fact, honestly, all that pleasant. But she's a complete badass, and I really like her. Girl Scouts don't have families. They're spawned from very pits of hell itself. Jesus Christ, that escalated quickly, Jinta. And there's some chickens, right? At least you didn't give him pieces of Girl Scout. Krayven, the Girl Scouts would have put down their guns. That's fair. All right. Darkens, you got off on a technicality. Fair enough. I'll have to tell the scout mistress to just going to the penthouse does not require the equipping of lasers. The enforcers were clearly set to only take out armed personnel who aren't expected. If they go up in full pacifist mode, then the enforcers will allow them to knock. All right, you get to feed them their bodies, and I will write a more terse apology note with a little reminder of how to go about approaching the penthouses. They were warned. I don't know, Darkens. I'd have to check the logs. I'd have to check the enforcer logs. They weren't necessarily warned. You get off on the fact that they were armed. Don't try and stretch your luck by claiming that your enforcers are standing their ground.
When I was a girl, he visited me in the academy. He was studying godlike. Studying what was in our souls that made us different from other Keith.
Why do I get the feeling that she might actually stab him in the face? She doesn't really like the fact she's a godlike at all. Competitive cookie sales are brutal. The Boy Scouts keep encroaching on agreed territorial bounds. Wait, what? What is this? What is this? Well, I suppose the kids will have their made-up games, unless they're trying to escalate the nature of it. Always visit Darkens without weapons, and I don't die. That's fair play. Yeah, exactly, Phoenix. Callie might have taken a few fingers. Yeah, we can have those growing back for you.
He found something in me. Something that resonated like a chime when he held an instrument near me. He said it was like this for all godlike. Different chimes resonating for different types.
Interesting. Metaphysics and history not high enough. I think that must be a solo skill check, because if it was with party assists, I'd have more than enough. But I can tap my chest. Sounds familiar because my character's a godlike as well.
Oh, Diverus? Have you had such a test as well?
Oh, that's cool. Her eyes search you for meaning. It's something Barath gave me when I was in the Beyond. Yeah, I have to admit, I like to be able to talk about with her on the level. She's a pretty closed book most of the time. She scrutinizes you, trying to determine your meaning. After a pause, she nods and continues. Yeah, it was a literal statement, Palagina.
In any case, he told me it was what was causing my body to change. I begged him to remove it.
She does like to play. I remember to never bring my bow if I ever visit Lord Darkens. Like, geez, yeah. Very wise, Edgy.
He refused at first, saying it was impossible. When I told him I would kill myself if he didn't, he said he would try.
Jesus, this is heavy.
Oh, God's lass. I'll be sure you were beautiful, feathers or no.
He makes to reach out for her, but lets his hand fall back to his side instead. Good choice, Seraphine. You get to keep that hand.
I don't expect you to understand, but I was 12. My body was changing in many ways. Being the only girl, the only godlike girl at the academy, was unbearable.
Oh, wow. She was the only girl paladin. All the rest of them were boys, and she was a godlike on top of that. Holy crap. This is amazing. This is giving her some depth, because she's always been really cold and badass. Whatever the circumstances, no. Well, that's a bit of a tricky one. Say nothing. I'll just say you don't have to justify anything to me, Palagina.
Agressima.
She smiles warmly at you.
Giacomo was not able to remove the chime, but he was able to sever it. When it happened, I blacked out. I did not wake for 2 weeks.
It's interesting because although she's an avian godlike, which means she's marked by the goddess Hylia, she doesn't have a face nearly as and body nearly changed as much as other godlike. Like, my character is like fully like flame skinned and everything, whereas she just has like got touches of it. I'm wondering if the fact that it was severed had slowed down or prevented a full godlike transformation in her. Well, if you'd stop rolling in salt before you head over. Yeah, oh, the soundtrack in this area is awesome. So's the one in Morrowind.
The Brotherhood ejected him from the academy for ruining their pet godlike. They assumed I would die. I did not. Over time, I lost most of my feathers. The shape of my nose changed. It was not enough to make me fully Kalbandra, but it was enough to keep me from wanting to die.
Interesting. Yeah, so she's essentially not had a full transformation. So if she was going to become a full godlike, she'd almost have a full bird face. Wow.
When I looked in a mirror, what I saw was not a godlike. Not something to be paraded around. It was me. Finally, me.
Well, option 1, I'm glad someone's able to help you. Wow. Intellect 12 and Metaphysics 6. Neither. No chance there. Smile seductively. You're beautiful just the way you are. Palagina's not up for that, and she doesn't feel that way, and that's not my character at all. Say nothing, but you were you before. No, I'm glad someone is able to help you. That's what matters to her. She smiles warmly and breathes deeply.
Jacolo saved me. Without his help, I would be dead now. Thank you for understanding. If we can speak to him for a moment in the tower, I would be grateful.
Ah, this must be her companion quest. Let's have a little look at Jocolo's tower. Well, whereabouts it might be. Spire of the Soul Seers. Right, it's up here somewhere probably. Temple of Barath. Well, really got to move on to part 2 soon. So I'm going to head over... I think it's around here where that person is, but they're only there at night. The bounty we're after that's from the Sacred Stair is only there at night. Let's speed things along a little bit. There's a Temple of Barath. I mean, I'm marked by Barath. There's also... we've got to go back to the Temple of Gorn because for Adair, who's trying to follow up on his companion
Get
quest.
your supplies here.
Okie dokie, right. Let me just bring up the dialogue for one of the bounties. I think it's Katren. Sacred Stair. She only frequents the district at night. Okay. Now this will be interesting because sometimes the fights go wrong. So F5 for the quick save. What time is it? Oh crud! It's pre-dawn. That's annoying. Oh, we've got to waste a whole day. Zombie, thank you so much for the 75 biddies. Well startled. Well startled. Oh, no, wait. It's only evening. I take it back. Hour 25, midnight. Well, if we wait just one evening, let's see how... 1 hour and it's evening time. Let's see if she rocks up. Zombie, thank you. I very much appreciate it. Let's wait here. Okay, that looks like a night time. Or maybe it has to be further into night time. Unless this is the wrong bit. Could be the wrong bit. She could be further around this way. I feel like she was around here. Or was it down... Ah, it might be down here, actually. I think, in fact, it is down here. We went up... We went up one level too far. Another 4 and a bit minutes. Another 4 and a bit minutes. Yeah, this feels more familiar. I remember it being... Yeah, because that's Ironclad Constructs, Nekataka Guards... where has she parked herself? We're looking for Katren. Gosh darn it, where was the scrap? My rat brothers demand a feast, so they asked it be you. That buys them something to munch if you perhaps lose a duel. Does they accept? Oh my word. These stakes are getting a lot higher, folks. Like, a lot higher. I think perhaps we have to wait. No, it's definitely evening. Definitely evening. Where has this lady gone? We're looking... Ah, bingo! Hello, Trouble. Right, she got 1 Ironclad Construct. That's a lot less help than she used to have. Quick save. There she is. There's our bounty.
Leave me dry. All I needed was a few damn components.
Nice accent. The woman mutters to herself, glancing resentfully between the constructs that surround her. There's one of them. Oh, interesting. We can talk to her first. What are you doing here?
I haven't the time necessary to illuminate you. Be on your way.
Oh, you should not have taken that tone with me, lady. Katrin, I assume. Say your farewells.
Oh, not this again. There's a dozen of you fools in every city.
Not you again. Oh, man. Her cockiness is going to be her downfall. No, don't worry, Katsune, not at all. We're on the tail end of part 1, but we've got an hour of live reading coming up very shortly. So no worries at all. How's Trix? There she is. Hey, no, not at all. Sorry, Katsune, I just looked over at the chat now. Katrin, the character whose dialogue is on screen. And good evening. I hope you've had an excellent weekend, lovely. How are you doing? Okay.
Not exactly what I was going for.
Alright, let's see what we've got to deal with. There's probably people cowering all over. But the fact that she's down here rather than up that way. Amira, save us, meh! As long as I don't start walking over, because it's become turn-based for us, but the regular townspeople are still on their normal patrol, like real-time patrol, which means they can sometimes randomly wander into combats. And then you get the town guard coming after you because they think you're starting a fight, which is troublesome. Let's stab her to death.
Absolutely.
Bang,
Just like that.
bang. Oh, that didn't hit her too badly, but we're hurting her a lot more than we did a few levels ago. Diddle Fiddle works too, albeit somewhat worse. You got Luigi's menus in 3... Oh, shit. I mean, Diddle Diddle. Curse you, autocorrect. Hey, Diddle Diddle. The cat and a fiddle, indeed. Right.
Happy to oblige.
Jyoti. There's supposedly constructs surrounding her, but I can literally only see one. Oh, there's... Ah, balls. That's why. 3 more about to literally come plodding down the stairs. Alright, well, we'll throw up a bubble right here.
Moeth Ixianus.
Moeth Ixianus. Right, Seraphen. Constructs can't be dominated in any way, shape or form. I think we'll just open up with some Mind Blades.
Me too,
That was pretty effective. That made her go splat, damaged him a little. We'll build up some focus next time. Palagina. Let's put you about there. Now then. Sworn enemy, free action right here. Post the Republics. What are these guys weak against? They're immune to poison and disease, and I think immune to... Oh wow, very, very tough against slash and pierce damage, but she's using crush damage, which is good. I think she's doing crush and pierce because she's got a spiked mace. They're weak against lightning, immune to fire. That means most of her Eternal Devotion attacks are going to be a bit pants.
Oh, what a day! What a lovely day!
I want to share these tasty ghost and pumpkin sugar cookies. Oh my god, those sound amazing. Yo, Citizen Sapphire. Hello, hello, hello. I didn't get my jewel and my boys are hungry. I could just maybe nick a toe. Would he miss a toe? Nah, probably not. Let's go hunting. Let's go hunting. Can we get a Cliff Haunter brood down tonight? We summoned them 3 times tonight, but we've not beaten one yet. Vomiting's not so bad. That's so true. So true. Let's see how Eternal Devotion does anyway. Bang. Okay, so I mean, only does 30 damage. I might just stick to direct damage, direct attacks from now on. Hunk. No, no. Try again, Sapphire. You're nearly there. Rented some extra dogs for this hunt. What the hell? What? Why are the Nekataka guards running in? Oh, for heaven's sake.
Hey.
Oh, that's annoying. The guard should not be joining the fight. I'm trying to collect a bounty. Why are guards joining the fight? Why are... I hate it when it does this. Discipline barrage. Right, it actually looks like refreshing defense. It looks like I'm going to have Adair actually kite the guards. Right. Grab that one, and the other one has to run into him. And then... penetrating strike, I guess. I hate this. We've actually got to kill a city guard. We shouldn't do. This is going to get us in all kinds of trouble. I don't know how this is going to go. If we kill city guards, what happens? But we're trying to collect a bounty. Why the hell? The decadency, you know why this is. What bug is it that causes city guards to start randomly attacking you? See, that's it. I need them to run down the stairs so they don't essentially trigger others. Sitzel's Spirit Lance. Right, one of them's a caster. Okay, she's summoned a Spirit Lance to attack us, but hopefully we'll get her down before too long. She's buffed herself up with concentration. She bloodied yet? No, she's hurt. That one's still healthy. That one's hurt. Oh, crap. Those Nekataka guards are our level. That Nekataka guard is 3 levels higher than us. It's a bug, I guess. Yeah, I thought it was. Can't have crime if there's no one to report it. Exactly. Let's see. Right, what level is Consecrated Ground? Because I want to at least save one Gorn's Harvest. Right, Consecrated Ground is what? Level 3? Get 2 of those. We'll do a Consecrated Ground. That lasts for a few rounds.
Hey
there.
Alright, Krayven needs to beat the shit out of her faster, preferably. Now, his buffs are all still up.
Of course, I'll just have to try something else.
Good.
Oh, wow, he's really not hurting her much. Potentially, but I might just power through it and see what happens. You, mate, need to run round out of the way because you're a bit squishy. Yeah, I think this one's... yeah, this Nekataka guard is a paladin. He's put marked sworn enemy on Seraphan. Right, just shoot her.
Well, they're slicing her stem to stern. Another attack, Cap.
Oh, that's a huge knockback effect.
Okay.
Right, that if Palagina runs away, she'll receive an attack of opportunity. I think just a regular bash here. Unless I do Sacred Immolation, no. Fire's used. She's not a good shout against the construct. She's probably better against this one. Ah, yeah, Josh. That's basically all right. She'll get hit. Yeah, only 29 though. Mark up her instead.
Death to those who oppose the republics.
And then bang. Wow, the defenses. Oh, Katrena's got Hail and Hardy, Exalted Chance, Citral Spirit Lance, Flame Shield, Spirit Shield, and Leningrath Safeguard. Yeah, she's buffed up hard. Yeah, Josh, yeah, if you want to sort of write stuff in roleplay or referencing yourself, /me changes the whole thing. Changes it to be like colour, like it's referencing you. Okay. Oh, the guards are paladins in general. Interesting. Right, Consecrated Ground goes off. Excellent. Right, the Ironclad's about to breathe fire. Yeah, Adair, you can actually... free action to just mark this lad. So he's now dazed, but you can also... He should have Refreshing Defense up. Yeah. Do a nice big clear-out attack. Yeah, which should knock them both down.
I hope nobody saw that.
Nope, you missed with pretty much everything. Fan-bloody-tastic. Really, Lila? Damn. I'm a little surprised, but hey, no worries. Oh, fuck. That's another city guard running. The city guard are running in from every direction. Oh, no. Shit, nah, it looks... I think it's going to go horribly wrong. I'm going to have to reload the fight. That's sorry, folks. Yeah, the guards running... The guards are able to be summoned from basically impossible distances. It's one thing I don't agree with so much. They should have line of sight. Even if it's a bug where they start coming in. But the idea that they know there's a fight going on like, from goodness knows where they couldn't possibly make it out is kind of... a little bit stretches the realms of plausibility. Yeah. So that's a slightly annoying bug. I should have really perhaps restarted it as soon as like the guards were getting involved. It's a bit tricky though because in order to collect a bounty, I have to be the aggressor. Is there any other guards patrolling down here? No. Right. Hopefully.
Leading me dry.
All I needed was a few. What?
Okay,
All
yeah,
the
yeah.
time necessary to elude. Oh, not this again.
See, I just heard a man's dialogue, like sounded like a man's voice going off. Maybe they imported the Skyrim chickens. Has someone not fixed it via a mod? Or are you not messing with them just in case they go? Yeah, I'm doing a vanilla playthrough. I'm surprised they released the full version of the game, like the full version of the turn-based mode, and a bug like that still exists. I hope they release an update to it at some point where they take it out, but I'll probably finish the game before they do. Right.
My pleasure.
Just like that.
Right, with Jyoti, what's going to be the best bet then? I'm thinking perhaps instead we'll drop a Despondent Blows on both of them. Can't hurt Krayven, but it can slow down the Ironclad a bit, and it's quicker to cast. Can you pay them off somehow? Sadly not, no. Once it's combat, it's in combat to the death, zombie.
What for, Cap?
But if we can handle the whole fight nicely under the cover of shelter like this, that would be fine. Oh, mental binding. Let's try and paralyze her. Awesome. She's locked in place. She can't do anything.
Tell me.
Interesting sound bug coming in there as well. Very interesting sound bug. It's echoing the dialogue, the sound stuff they say in combat. Right. Sworn enemy on her. Before she puts up all her flame wards and stuff, let's bash her hard. Yeah, 44 damage. That's more like it. Right, Despondent Blows. A dare. Gonna have you deal with this, lads. Penetrating strike. No, sorry, refreshing defense and disciplined barrage, and then just hit him. 31, solid, solid. Oh, he's fighting with 2 swords. That's why. Does throwing money in their eyes count as paying it off? Not if you're giving them fair. True, exactly. There's your answer. Right, Katren. Right, she's okay, but her whole turn is spent being paralyzed. Ironclad completely missed. Awesome. Hey there. She normally has more constructs than this. Anyhow, Krayven, just punch her again.
Oh, good.
Okay, we're getting her down a little faster. Jyoti, she's already bloodied. Oh, yes. Right. Where's that gone? Where's the quick actions? Blessed Harvest. We might be able to take her out with that.
Lavaru, be on seek.
It missed. No, Jyoti, you had one job.
Ahoy.
One job. He's got right. Just shoot this
I'll
thing.
be chopping you to another attack, Cap.
Yeah, it's a lack of penetration, but the blast effect hit her, which is nice. Que? Palagina. Bop her in the head. Oh, she's almost annihilated. She's almost annihilated.
Hey.
The construct's about to breathe fire. Can we knock him down? That would interrupt him quite nicely. Just go for a straight up mule kick. Nice! Sit on your ass. No fire breathing for you, ironclad construct. Right, Katren. I think her defenses are not going to avail her much this time. Okay, she used a lot of free actions there. A lot of free actions. Hail and Hardy, Mirrored Image, Iron Skin, Flame Shield, Spirit Shield. Right, Krayven, see if you can... He's probably not going to kill her. She's now buffed to buggery. Well, Battle Darkens indeed. Well fought both of you, and congratulations, Darkens.
Just like that.
Wow, yeah, I'm doing like no damage to her. Let's try again.
What can I do you for?
Let's try another Blessed Harvest. Almost very unlikely to get through now, but
be on seek.
Missed again. What the tits, man. Right, Minalette's precise missiles. This'll sting. Oh no, it missed and grazed. Balagina, Flames Devotion.
Perfecto!
Wow! That froze and burned her. It just turned her into frozen chunks and exploded her. Good job, Palagina. Right, come round to about here. And... right, well there's that bounty.
Death take you.
Oh, is that thing immune to sworn enemy? No, I was going to say.
Captain.
It's not immune. Right, where's your focus at? Oh, this is an attack versus intelligence. Is he immune to that? No, actually, it's his second weakest defense. He's got 64 defense against... let's put mental binding on. Seems actually quite useful. Paralyzed. Nice. He's on the floor paralyzed. We can now put the boot in. Who get their jam all over me? I demand an apology. Yes, it's definitely jam.
Hey.
Yes, Adair. You still got your... yeah, Discipline Barrage is still up. Try a penetrating strike with both your weapons. Because this thing's got quite a lot of defenses to... oh, wow, no it doesn't. It's got a lot of health, though. Oh, okay, Paralyze is worn off. He's weakest against crush damage. I'm actually going to switch Krayven's weapons to his fists. It's going to take up his whole turn, though.
Happy to oblige.
Versus that lot, you're best off just doing consecrated grounds.
Tell me.
Palagina, the fire's not worth it, so just... oh wow, okay, the Flames of Devotion is worth it. Her basic attack against him is pathetic.
Hmm?
Okay, Adair, Penetrating Strike worked a gem last time. Still got Discipline Barrage up. Well, that's more worth it than I thought. Whoa, Adair's carving through him like he's made of tinfoil.
Captain.
Okay, you just
Be
need to shoot
blowing
him.
a man down.
Bang.
Like flogging a figurehead. Futile.
Furnace, right, that's going to sting a little.
Hey there.
Oh, that was a huge AoE. Barely hurt Krayven. Freaking wrecked Seraphin. Alright. Now he's got his fists up. Time to rebuff yourself, chum. Can't see what he's got. Enduring Dance is still up. Rest of it's all pretty solid, but he needs another Swift Flurry. Another round of Thunderous Blows.
My
Boom.
pleasure.
Bang. Yeah, now he's hitting for a lot more. Nearly 60 per thing, along with the dares as well. I don't
What
think
can I do you for?
you can run more into the middle to heal everyone up with Consecrated Ground. She doesn't have any of the other fancy schmancy. May as well do a quick instant Holy Radiance. Just sorts everybody out. Oh, it shook the construct. That's nice.
Quit.
Palagina, Flames of Devotion just for the bonus damage. 27 was worth it.
Captain.
Arik firmly shakes Darken's hand and nods his respect. Well, isn't that excellent? Very nice, very right. Mind Blades. Hopefully these will just all go on to him.
Me and you are about to mix.
Futile.
Oh Jesus, they bounced onto Jyoti. What the hell? That's not supposed to be able to harm allies at all. Crud. That ability it comes up only in yellow, not yellow and red. Didn't know that could jump to allies if there's only one enemy available. I thought they were all going to bounce onto his skull. Melissa! Oh, Melissa, you changed your name from double S to double Z. Lovely to see you in the chat again, mate. How you doing? Been keeping up with your puttings and everything in Krayven's Town. I hope you've had an excellent weekend. How's life been treating you? Finish up that turn there. Alright, this thing's about to breathe fire again. Adair, bop him on the head. Oh, he needs another round of Discipline Barrage and another round of Penetrating Strike. Yeah, that's correct. Oh, really? Oh, sorry to hear it. What happened? I mean, obviously no obligation to say anything necessarily, but do feel free to say so if you want to. Let's see. I could sneak in another free action. I still leave enough for one more Penetrating Strike afterwards, just out of the fire. I want him aiming at Adair.
Right on target.
Nice. Oh, dazed and flanked as well. Been dazed and confused for so long, it's not true. Krayven, punch him in his ironclad nuts, because that's what you do.
Absolutely.
Bang. There goes those nuts. He's almost down. He's almost down. Another round or so. In case you still remember, I lost my access codes. Oh, I'm being able to talk. I access codes you to 2FA and losing my phone. Ah, savage. No, I didn't recall. I hope to get it back eventually, but it's nice to be around again, be able to talk. Yes, indeed, and it's very nice to have you back around, mate. Buddy week. And hello, yes, Melissa has been with us for a long time. I had to put it as Melissa, whilst said shenanigans are getting in the way. Who's this? Oh, Jyoti. You can just do a range attack. Whoa! Arik! Well, there you go, Melissa. On your alt account, no less. Melissa, welcome back / welcome for the first time, because it's on a different account to the citizenry. You're not just legit, you're Krayvenstown legit. Citizens, you know that drill. Hit that legit, hit that legit, hit that legit. Outstanding, Arik. That is very kind of you indeed. Krayvenstown visa is approved once again, and you, good sir, for the 6th time. The 6th time remains was. Oh, and Melissa, if you have Francoface Z on either account, we actually have a Krayven version of Poggers. Look at this. Craypog right there if you ever want to do poggers around here. So enjoy the emotes for as long as you're on this particular account, even necessarily impaired perpetuity. And use that legit as you see fit. Most common bit of gamer slang on the entire internet, and the only channel on all of Twitch where we get one that actually says it. And of course, hit that legit when we get new citizens. Wave that welcome when we get new residents, and the other emotes are coming in short order because a lot of busy things in my life over spring, summer, and autumn are now taken care of, and November's looking a little bit more manageable. Wave your Krayvenstown town flag loud and proud every time you chat, and the longer your citizenship is maintained by yourself or others, the fancier and more prestigious it will get. The citizens giveaway was today, the once per month. It's the first stream of November, so the next one is going to be the first stream of December. Exclamation mark giveaway when that gets opened up. I would say obviously Krayvenstown Discord, you've got the whole thing, but your original account is on Discord, and this one won't be connected to it, and vice versa. But if you want to connect this one, this Twitch account to your original Discord account, you probably can, and then your name will appear in gold, and you'll have access to Citizens Towers and the lounge and treasury and all the perks therein. And last but by no means least, my undying appreciation and gratitude not only to yourself but to Arik for the support. Is it bean time? Did I miss another couple? I think I did. I'm still not in the habit. This is the first day doing it. So I did the one for feed. Yes, I owe 2. Arik for Jinto for your 10th month, and to Melissa. So I owe 2 beans. What are they going to be? Thank you for reminding me, Ari. Sorry, Josh. Thank you for reminding me. Yes, I owe 2 more because it's now a thing to do for each citizen. But it's a new thing, so I'm not in the habit yet. Oh, Arik, that is incredibly kind of you. Oh. Dead fish. It landed on dead fish. Why did it have to be dead fish? Yes, Lila, thank you. If you're not already a member, there is Krayvenstown. Do feel free to join up. We have Pie and Punch, and I will unlearn those mirrored moves. Please be banana and strawberry. Please be banana and strawberry smoothie. Oh. This is just the... Oh. It's so rank. It's so rank. Well, while I'm chewing this, I'll get the spin out of the way. Every time it's dead fish, we blame Darkers. Ah. No, it's not, Josh. You're right. It is. Juicy pear, or bogies. Or boogers, if you're American. Unless... Where's a speckled green one? We've got lots of lawn clippings. Oh, that one's got some... Yeah, that one's got some proper dots on it. Okay, here we go. Wouldn't mind a pear. A pear's a nice fruit. Nope. Bogeys. That's definitely bogeys. I have tasted one, Eric. I have tasted one strawberry and banana smoothie. I almost cried with joy. All the others, well, that one lingers. It's not the worst, but it just hangs around. It just hangs around. Well, thank you, folks, for the gifted citizenships.
What a lovely day!
Hunt time. Hunt time, hunt time, hunt time, hunt time, hunt time. We'll get another Cliffhorn to brood and it'll probably kick our ass. Aye. Back to the action. Tommy! Thank you so much for the host. Last seen doing a bit of Crash Bandicoot. Lovely to see you in here again, my dude, in the chat. And thank you for any and all lurking that you've been doing in the interim since I last caught you in the chat. Very much appreciated. Lovely to have you back. Right, Joti, have I already done a thing with? Yeah, her turn's over. I am good. I am exhausted. It has been a very long weekend. I was best man at my best friend's wedding. It's been a weekend-long event with a full wedding bit and a hand-tying ceremony the next day. But that's been awesome. That's been awesome. They do, Melissa. Everyone really loved them. I spent all of, as I think you've already seen in Krayven's Town, I spent all of October raising money for special effects. And it went phenomenally well. The community's raised an incredible sum of money. We raised £2,500 for special effect, and the bean boozle, the jelly beans, were one of the donation incentives. But I ended up with so many left afterwards because I bought like a huge 10 packs from the whole game that I've decided as a way to use them up and make becoming a citizen a bit more fun. That I would do one for each citizen, citizenship re-upped or edit for anything, gifted, re-upped, new, whatever, just as an extra sort of fun thing. Krayven, kill it, nice. I remember the kick stream. Yes, indeed, it was insane. It was insane. But the community alone, just the lovely Cravenites here, actually outraised the amount the kick club did. I mean, obviously, it took a month rather than 2 minutes. But it's still incredible that was managed. It was absolutely amazing. What? We lost to a Stone Crusher Phoenix? How many people did we have? I thought we had way more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, we had exactly 6. Minimum required for a Stone Crusher Phoenix, so it kicked our ass. Darn. Darn. And you're doing all right. Tommy, have you started your film course now? Ooh, hello. What's this? Andre's Flog of Obedience is a unique, exceptional Morning Star. That's cool. Willbreaker, 10% chance to apply Frighten for 1 round or scoring a hit. Let's read the blurb. This is going to have some unique blurb. Andre was a monk dedicated to achieving perfection of body and mind. Contrary to traditional monastic beliefs, which embraced pain, Andre believed pain was nothing but an illusion. It was merely a projection of weakness, and weakness had to be purged. He engaged in brutal self-flagellation as a catalyst for his transcendence, using this vicious flail for the bloody ritual. His extreme practices were cautiously tolerated by his monastic brothers. However, when Andre declared himself first among equals and demanded the obedience of his fellow warriors, they immediately decried his fanaticism. Andre saw his first task as self-appointed leader would be to bring his wayward brothers to heel. If they would not bleed of their own volition, he would bleed them. The resulting melee was a bloody affair. It seemed Andre had indeed acquired great power through his suffering. Despite his wounds, the fellow monks were unable to match his prowess. The battle ended only when Andre was shot with several arrows. He died standing, his gore-covered flail still in hand. Jesus Christ. Got good crush, 10% damage as pierce, it's crush damage, solid penetration. Arcing blows, 10% of graze is converted to hits. Willbreaker. Chance that's pretty solid. That would also be thematically appropriate for old Krayven here, as he's a monk. Put it down about there. What's this? Katren's map fragment. A piece of tattered parchment shows the familiar waters and landmasses of the Deadfire Archipelago, but without the other pieces, it's impossible to tell where it points or how to get there. A note is scribbled in the margins. Katran, if you're reading this, then I've surely fallen. See to it that the others remember their pledge to safeguard the map and our hard-won spoils. The imp is especially prone to forgetfulness. Your occasional subject, Captain Henkwa. Assemble
I got
map.
this. I'm watching.
Right, well, we'll take that. We'll take the heads. Task updated, Bounty Katren, and we've got Katren's Grimoire. I'll look at that. Actually, I have to put that in the stash now and give it to Aloth later. Excellent. That is worth a save right there. And don't worry, we got part 2. It'll be a shorter part 2 than normal, but we'll do a little bit of the live reading. We'll drop this one in Queen's Birth. So don't worry, we're just finishing up the main body. The main body. Pretty sweet, just been kicking back. Not yet, but soon. Ah, okay, sounds very Warhammerish, to be honest. It does, doesn't it? It does indeed.